I just dropped a code. What's that for?
And I think we are live, or at least we should be, because this works a hell of a lot better than Discord does most days.
Yeah, actually, it
We are live.
Yeah, it's live.
Shit.
It's live.
Nice. We're just I'm beginning to really enjoy this program, man. I really, truly am. All right, what's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night. It's 8 o'clock.
Whoa, sorry. I'll fix it.
Somebody got their TV right.
I fixed
No,
it.
that was me.
You had one damn job.
Shit, come on, Hugs. It's Wednesday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Gaming Beyond the Box. Sorry, everybody. We were all talking for so long behind the scenes. We to never hit the live button. It's my bad. I'm sorry.
It was a good discussion.
Well, yeah,
We found out that Lord got his ass beat with a rolling pin.
Yeah, shout out to the Queen Lord. She taught me a lesson.
Shout out to the matriarchs out there.
Yeah, make sure your kids are in by curfew.
Yeah.
I see that rolling pin.
I hope everybody's had a great week, and I want to thank Mr. Tushy for his super chats before the podcast even went live. Thank you, sir. And by the way, I promised you Battletoads. There we go. And thank you, Master Clown X3, for joining the page, joining the channel. And as you guys know, we have a couple of the Lords with us tonight. And actually, we have the Lords with us tonight. Lord Cognito has been with us before, so he knows what to expect. King has never been on the air with us yet.
Get ready.
So he, Bomber, and Husk are probably going to have a drinking competition.
I'm not drinking tonight.
I got you. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna have that drinking competition. Let's get it. It's not Saturday, so sorry. You got water.
And I say it all the time. If you don't know who these gentlemen are, you are definitely doing YouTube wrong. You're definitely being wrong in the community if you don't know who these guys are. Matter of fact, we will start with King David. King David, other than taking knees all week, what have you been up to, man?
Well, exactly that. Telling them my prophecy came true. Telling them that I told you, regardless of what, come rain, come sleet, come sun or shine, it was no fault for your behind. And I know, a lot of dudes try to make it political. Nah, brother, it's not even that. It's just 100%. I told you so, and that's it. And you're going to have to deal with it. Pass me all those knees. You see, I got a box.
You got the box.
Right there, the box is ready. So I want the knees because I'm about to ship them out to the Shea Butter Company. So we're gonna grease those knees up and I'm gonna mount them in the back.
The bronze knees.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. I'm a bronze for me. Thank you.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Man, someone's going to come in your house and they'll be like, did you kill all these people?
Nope.
Are these souvenirs?
We're sponsoring wheelchairs, so.
And now the bad part, King can be like, well, I know a crime scene cleaner down in North Carolina.
They ain't dead if you don't find the body.
There it is.
That's it.
There you go.
All they is on vacation.
That's just
They went to Long Island Sound. They just haven't been back.
Can't call it.
I've got a real long stretch of beach right here below my house. So a lot of people end up down there off Masonboro Island for some odd reason. And next we got Lord himself. What have you been up to, Cognito?
Woo, man, chilling, man. I mean, obviously, crazy times, but like we talked before, just, planning our attack, keeping positive, also mobilizing, strategizing the right way, and getting people to think for a little bit. But other than that, man, it's great to be a gamer during these times. Just to get your mental right, life's distraction instead of just negativity all the time. And yeah, man, salute to my Lords of Gaming crew. I just want to shout them out too because we just put some stuff out there for the community to really think about. You know what I'm saying? During these tough times. But with me, when you threw the bat signal up, I had to come through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jago, shout out to Crispy, shout out to what you call a fork. You know what I'm saying? And Bomber and everybody. What's up, Crispy? Oh, what's up? All right, Daz in the the chat is lit.
Oh, they ready. They ready.
Yeah, everybody's in here, man. So it's good.
Everybody
to see.
was mad we were late. So.
Yeah. We talk.
It's my fault. I keep talking.
You get a bunch of old dudes together, we talk.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
old
just the way
dudes and
we do it.
bomber.
Oh yeah, old dudes and bombers beard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I would say
Don't let
Bomber's
the
beard
beard
does
fool
the
you.
talking for him.
Yeah,
Half
Bomber's beard has its own podcast starting next Thursday right at 9 p.m.
Gaming beyond the beard.
I almost
Actually,
think maybe like
you know,
Lord.
I may have to think about
Yeah.
that.
I almost think like Lord. King David should have like side by side, and they just zoom in on the beards and just comb the beards.
Oh, yeah, well, you know,
Beard.
You and
his-
Bomber just sit there
listen,
combing the beard.
Listen, his
some
beard is
weird
definitely doing the. If I had it, listen, let me tell you something about that beard. If I had that beard, I will braid it and have on each side, and I will have two pit bulls hanging from the side.
Ain't no big discussion right without my boy Attic there.
Yeah, Attic beard.
We gotta have Bomber and Attic up in there. You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
as soon as King David hopped in chat, the first thing he asked was, "Can I put some music on?" Yeah, sure, man. We ain't live. Then he whips out the comb and starts going to town.
Well, you know what you gotta do?
You got a beard combing
You-
playlist?
Here it is.
Oh yeah, he's got a beard combing playlist.
Yes.
Listen, you gotta get pretty for the people.
No. That is not how you did it. You did it all slow to the beat of the music, brother.
You did it to the beat.
You were like,
we don't want to get monetized, so
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
play the music while it's doing it. So I'm just doing it regular now. But you got that.
I feel kind of bad. I'm not.
Listen, we'll be babyface crew, baby. You know how we do it.
Baby face crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby
You
head
want to
too.
have that LL Cool J, lick your lip stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little cool thing.
Is he gonna start licking his lips though?
Exactly.
Keep watching the podcast. You're gonna look over to him and he's gonna be like,
yeah, but see, then he's gonna put on "Mama Said Knock You Out," and King's gonna be running away, going, "No rolling pins, no rolling pins."
don't give me no panic attacks while I'm on the show. Camera go dark.
Oh my god, yes, this gonna be a live one. I can already
This
see.
is live already.
We do have topics, I promise.
If we get to him, we'll get to
right.
him.
If we get to the
It's
topics,
all
we'll get to the
good.
topics.
I've already almost spit coffee all over my computer, so we're off to a hell of a start. What you been up to, dude, besides 285 pounds?
I am 284, asshole. No,
All
I'm,
right,
I'm not even that high. Just got a treadmill in, put it together. Yeah, that was fun.
He got that to hang clothes on.
Yes, we ran out of closet space, so instead of getting another closet, we ordered a treadmill because why not?
Right?
So, just gaming, playing Minecraft Dungeons, and
Nice.
working a shit ton at work. Way more than I want.
I hear you.
So
Well, that
other than that,
sounds
just hanging out. Looking forward to this all week. So once it came on, this has been fun. Like I was excited, especially since we got Lord Cognito back and King David.
The Lord.
Yes.
Well, once he put
All
the
right.
word out, I was coming.
Yeah, man. You already
Well,
know.
Husk, what have you been up to, sir, besides Alcoholics Anonymous?
No, that's for quitters.
Yeah, that's true. You're persistent, so you're like Silver Burst Gamer.
There it is.
He had to crack one of them.
Did he already thumb us down yet? Oh, not yet. Damn it.
Oh, not
I
yet.
didn't do it this week.
He's still asleep, dude. It's all good.
I just got done doing my creator feature with Oddcast Network today. That was a blast. I got a head start on this.
All right.
Looking forward to putting these two on the spot to come on the show. And I'm looking forward to the topics that we may or may not get to.
We do promise we will try to get to some of them. Maybe. Hopefully.
Cheers, fuckers.
All right, Bomber, what have you and the beard and your sister been up to, sir?
You know.
Or is your sister your beard?
Ooh, good
hey,
point.
see, that's a good point.
Question.
Honestly, just freaking work. Haven't really had too much time of gaming, except for at night. Now, last night I did start my first stream in like 2 years, but it didn't go so well. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But other than that, just Minecraft Dungeons. I'm not gonna lie, like that's
Nice.
kind of snagged me.
Yeah.
It is. It's stupid addictive. And then
Honestly, as simple as it is, it's fun.
well, it's because I play so much Diablo. Like I'm kind of tired of Diablo 3. I'm ready for 4. So this just fills that void of this is just fun. Like I don't. I mean, don't have to worry about nothing. And
Yeah.
It's simple. Plus, my little girl wants to play too, so that's gonna be cool. So
Yeah, I've been playing with my boys, but I mean, it doesn't feel like a Diablo clone though. Even though it's an
God,
action
no,
RPG, it doesn't feel like what you know those normal Diablo clones where you're like, well, it's not bad, but it feels like Diablo. Where it's like, it's fun. I enjoy playing it.
Yeah. It disarms you with the colors, the vibrantness of it, and the cutesy nature of it. It disarms you because my son and I is playing. He's upstairs, I'm downstairs, and we're in the same game together. Never thought that'd happen in this lifetime. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
We don't have to be on the same couch. So it's just I don't know. It's just smart. It's just smart at this point in time. It's a very smart game.
No doubt, no doubt.
And Brutal, I'm pretty sure somebody will be drunk before the end of the show. It won't be me, but it'll be somebody on the panel will be drunk by then.
I'm already real close
Going
to it.
that direction, but I have to skip Cognito though. They have to
Oh, and by the
go
way,
over.
I was hoping it would be in by today for the show. Your guys' store for your shirts and hats, man, they are slow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Teespring, but yeah, man, we've been getting it, we've been hearing it.
Well,
I ordered it like three weeks ago.
What size are you, Will? What size are you?
A large.
Yeah, we got it.
Good, Will. We'll be talking to you in the DMs.
Yes.
I'm a whole lot faster than they are.
Well, I should have said because I ordered a couple of hats and a couple of the shirts, and it was like 2.5 weeks ago. I was like,
I don't have any hats, but
I was like, I could have made them quicker than that.
Leftover shirt that I've been trying to offload on people. So hi,
apologies, bro. Yeah, we've been hearing that it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, see, I'm a small little dude. I'm not very big.
King, just say, send me a knee, I'll send you a shirt. Send me a knee, I'll send you a shirt.
Trade.
Will already knows.
Dropped in.
He's been seeing it. He's been seeing people lose their knees left and right, and I think this week has been very prophetic to a lot of dudes that they're resistant. They don't want to ship them knees, but I just send the hatchet mans out already. So if you don't ship them, they'll get them.
If somebody comes to your door with a box and a smile, don't open the door.
It's the repo man. It's the repo man.
Collective. That's it.
The depot man.
That's right. Either you could be a donation or
It's going to go one of two ways.
we're leaving with them knees.
You guys remember on Monty Python where they had the live organ donation? I think Kings watched it.
King about died right there.
Live organ donors. That's what they just reminded me of.
Yo. Wow. Yeah, we old.
We old.
So,
It's okay.
That's okay.
So, give a shout out to JMO Money with a super chat.
That's my dude.
Salute to guest King and baby faced assassin. So I guess that's you.
Baby.
I guess that's you, Lord.
Gave it behind the baby face. Forget the baby.
I told you.
That's why he
It's okay
said
to be
way
baby
back-
face, y'all. I'm standing up for this.
Way back to the
The
camera.
bomber's right up in the camera.
That's right. Show that bit.
I know. Just
I
do
gotta
the beard
go. I
all
gotta
the
go.
What you saving for later in there is what I want to know. When you gonna
It's actually very
Dig in.
Oh, dude, he can actually eat ramen. It's kind of cool. He forms it up like a little bowl and shit. Just
use my own mask.
yeah.
Yo!
Oh shit!
I never even seen
Have to
it.
make
It
a
was possible what he
homemade
just did.
You got it.
And
Yo, that was
Real
great.
Cover your homo.
You can suffocate.
We can go out just like that.
That's crazy.
Let's go out. Good. Sorry, Phil.
all right, one more, Leo. What have you been up to, Leo?
Oh, nothing much, man. Been rocking that Saints Row 4.
Alright.
I've been busy as well. That's about it.
Mhm.
Kind of just saw the Saints Row 3 remaster stuff, and it kind of got me itching to play Saints Row 4 again.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Game does look
Nothing
good.
wrong with that. And in the first topic, which one do you want to jump off with? Oh, wait a minute. Shizno, thank you, sir, for the $10 super chat. And you didn't say anything. Maybe you said
He said he support the knee shaped butter
Did he?
delivery system.
I mean,
You don't need to say anything. Just
You're
go.
supporting the depot
Oh my
man.
god.
we could knock out
Oh.
like 3 topics with just one topic.
Mhm.
And it's
What
the yeah. Sony says PS5 might not have the lowest price in battle against Xbox Series X.
Here we go.
So
Here
hold
we
on,
go.
hold on.
Here
Before we
we
go
go.
anywhere, So 2 people at work this week, they're gamers, and they asked me the difference between the Sex Machine and the PS5. And I told them, I'm like, look, even if they're the same price, or even if the PlayStation 5 is $50 cheaper, it's in the value alone is better because I can take my headset to the Xbox Series X. I can't for the PlayStation 5.
Right.
Now, who did that for you, Fork?
Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat.
I'm pretty sure King's gonna tell us who did
Well,
it.
we all know that Phil Dominus Maximus soon to be Aurelius Spencer did that for you guys. He's doing it, and he's not even doing it. Well, he's Geppetto. Yeah, so Jim Dance Moves Ryan is the puppet. So,
okay, so you control him by the scene. That's what's happening.
There's multiple articles this week where it's like, Sony, did you decide to shoot one toe at a time instead of just the entire foot off? Because it's like, well, games will cost more, the system's more valuable, but the price will be more. It's like,
no. No.
Didn't you just say that you were going to be competitive? Now you're giving up on the competitive. You're like, we're more valuable, and now they're coming out talking about how PlayStation 5 games won't be compatible with PlayStation 4, and Xbox came out and said no, they'll be the same because we don't believe in generations. And PlayStation fires back with, we believe in generations. Leave that shit behind, because we need to shoot ourselves in the foot again.
But at the end of the day, it's not going to matter because it's fanboys. You ain't going.
No, it's not, because at the end of the day, Wilmie's right. People are going to buy what they like, and unfortunately, no matter what, Xbox could say the Series X is free, and people will still shit on it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And Noof Nukem, thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat. It says, "Love you, buggers. Lords in the house. Be safe, be awesome, and rock out with the dong out. Boom, boom, kaboom."
Dong out.
Noof, I have been with you so much on different podcasts. I could say your intro for you, sir.
Salute to Noof.
Kaboom, kaboom!
Well, you know what? I feel that's accurate in a sense. And it takes people don't remember. I've been around long enough to remember when Sony got in the game and how hard they had to fight to get credibility. In the beginning, it was just, oh, who these guys? And it was a level of consistency that afforded them this luxury that they have now to take these people for granted. And when you do the things that they're doing, it's terrible missteps that I see happening. And if I call it out, I'm an ex-bot, or if I call it out, I'm a hater. But I notice in no smart delivery, that's a software solution Microsoft came up with. You're talking about a software company. Now, I do honestly believe that the PlayStation 5 will look way better than the Series X because they're a hardware company.
The physical aesthetic look of the box.
Yes, aesthetically, of course. They always make superior looking systems.
I don't know about the George Foreman
except
grill.
for customs.
Yeah, the George Foreman grill. I don't know about that one.
Hey,
Spider-Man logo on the PS3.
No, the Spider-Man logo was fantastic.
They took a survey. They discovered 80% of all gamers are overweight. So instead of having them leave to go cook food, they're going to cook it right there.
Yeah, just cook it right there on the console.
Yeah, exactly.
The market data research showed that would.
Yeah, they're going to put the hot pocket on top. Be like, 10 more minutes, boys. 10 more minutes, I'm good.
I see the vision, Fork. I see it now. I see it. Thank you for clarifying.
What Microsoft
I can't see it. That's what's so fucking me up so bad.
Dude, I can't wait for the first person to post a picture of it on fire because there's a hot pocket and the grease got inside.
Well, what Microsoft has to do is they have to scrape and claw and do what Sony did to Sega and Nintendo, cut a niche for themselves.
Right.
And the only way that you're going to do that is by doing it what they're doing right now. They found a software solution for a hardware issue. Back compat software solution, smart delivery software solution, Game Pass software solution, services software solution. Stop trying to play somebody else's fight and play your own fight.
Exactly.
Nintendo did.
Right.
Yep.
I mean,
the Switch is killing it.
I mean, Nintendo does not have 4K whatsoever, and it still kills because
look at
their market.
And not even just that. Look at Nintendo. They have changed their literally every console they've made. It's been completely different. It's not been anything similar to their older ones. And PlayStation's been the same. Xbox has been the same. I mean, they stay on a consistent level, which is not bad. Not saying it's bad. Of course not. But man, seeing Nintendo, they just do whatever they want because I mean, they're creative minds. They know they know what's going to grab.
They know people still
minus the
buy it,
Wii U.
no matter what.
Look, they could say we're releasing Mario Turd Edition. What does it do? It just sits there and craps. Awesome.
Let me get 2, please.
Yeah, give me two.
Exactly.
And I
So
want
all you do is you crap and that's
cardboard
it.
crap,
It
right?
doesn't do anything else, and it'll sell out.
We're the changing point, fellas. For anybody because a lot of people, this is their first console generation. So they're feeling that love, that euphoria of when they boot up God of War, or they boot up Spider-Man, or some dudes picked up their Gears of War. So this is where you see the fandom at its highest. Plus, games has never been more important to our entertainment status than now.
Right.
Because right now we're leading in the marketplace over movies, over going out dining, over everything, right? So it's more voices, right? So it sounds like we're being heard more, but trust me, these console wars has been around for a long time, and the difference of
Sega and Nintendo.
Yeah, Sega, but Sega just did another snafu yesterday. They can't get out of their way, right?
Let's not talk about that.
All I can say is size matters.
Let me catch this super chat. J Moo, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. King collect enough needs to fill up on Monte Carlo. And gaming differently with Cerebral Paul. I really don't know how no back compat can be seen as a plus.
Yeah, so
it depends on how big of a fanboy you are, Paul.
I mean, what I found funny is Xbox released the article and they said, "Hey, look, it may not the games may not be 60 frames or 120 frames that are backwards compatible, but it'll smooth it out. It'll increase the frames. You'll finally be able to turn HDR on where we hadn't been able to do that before. All these things of, hey, look, all of your games from 360 on will be able to be playable." And PlayStation's like, nah.
Yeah,
We're moving on.
You gotta look at it's perceived value, and unfortunately, as gamers, as the hardcore, we think sometimes our voices is the loudest, and the fact that a lot of the casual fans, they want to look at value, how much they can get, you know what I mean? And if you see a service like Game Pass, I know people who would have never jumped into the Xbox ecosystem, but because of Game Pass, they see things like that. So again, back compat, and I think we said it before, King, like, you have parents, and I remember back in the day, like the new console would come out, and mom would take little Billy to the the GameStop or whatever, and be like, but I bought this system, and he has all these games, and now you're telling me I got to get rid of it. So again, some of these things are not for us, right? We're the hardcore. We will buy everything, and that may not be attractive, but you got to look for Xbox standpoint. Shout out to the cars going by. For Xbox standpoint, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at trying to get that new person in their ecosystem. That's all they care about, whether it be xCloud, Game Pass Ultimate, and back compat.
Well, I mean, in Quantic Foundry back in 2018, mind you, this is a long time ago, they did a poll, and I looked this up the other day, so I had it bookmarked, but only 21% of the people polled are consider themselves hardcore gamers. 68% of it are casual gamers.
Of course, everybody knows the casual market is what runs the market. I mean, the casual players.
Definitely.
I mean, that's why. I mean, we all know it. That's why COD is so high. That's why Fortnite's huge. That's why all this money are in these other games.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's also why your exclusives on either side, and I know Microsoft doesn't throw out numbers, but we can pretty much assume your exclusives are going to sell 10% of probably your fan base, and that should be the correct number.
Your biggest
if it's higher, then that's going to be kind of crazy, because really the hardcore is who's buying those exclusives.
Will, could you really get that super chat real quick? Because I want to answer him. I really want to answer him because he be on my timeline, so I just want to get a hold. I just want to get a hold of his knees.
I gotta know who this is.
Thank you, Phil Pyromagic, for $2 super chat. Forced HDR on Netflix, Xbox One X looks off though.
Okay, what type of TV you using? This is, because this is when I'm going to TV shame you. This is when I'm going to TV shame you.
Is this a TCL situation?
Okay.
I like that super chat better. I like that super chat better.
The easy combo to do that to my people. I'm down. No, we not going to TCL me.
It might be a situation where you got that Black Friday special. I don't know. But I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say it looks daggone good on my television. Now,
okay, so he said TCL.
My TCL looks good. I don't care.
Hold on. So,
you didn't make the statement though.
Yeah, like King said though. I mean, TCL has HDR, but it is nowhere near as nice as
we say there's levels.
QLED.
The levels to this?
Yes. It's hella levels to this.
Are we saying?
Oh,
Yeah, it's like levels to a restaurant you go out and eat. If you keep eating at Denny's,
it's like going into Kmart. Kmart has that smell, but they got a couple stuff. It's kind of cool in there. And then you go into Armani's, and you're like, damn.
So there's fast food HDR.
Yeah, there is. It's like look. It's like there's HDR and there's people like I got 4K and it's like, do you? Because last time I looked, there's 4K and then there's true 4K.
Okay, wait. Have you been to somebody's house who they just got their 4K television? You just sit there really quiet because you know what yours look like. But
I had
I'm the poor boy over here. I do have the TCL. I have the 6 series. Whatever.
Say what your chest bone.
But it hangs above my hot tub.
100%. Hey, for me, it looks good.
That's why
it looks good, but it doesn't. No,
we're not shaming you because you're not complaining.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're LG OLEDs. Absolutely not. It's not going to look like the Samsung QLEDs that are currently out right now. Absolutely not.
Like what I have.
No.
Well, it's like yesterday.
That's why you spend the money. You're going to get the good. That's why this next year is huge for all these TVs coming out because
those micro LEDs, though,
dude. You have the new micro LEDs coming out. You have. The new QLEDs that are coming out, they're going to be even more vibrant. You can have the new OLEDs that are supposedly going to be better with their burn-in. So you have all these levels of TVs that are anywhere from the low end, with the new TVs, $1,200. Yes, it's going to be good. But
our next topic.
Yeah, to that 10 grand television.
Well, does anybody know how many micro LEDs they're fitting in per inch? Anybody know the number on the micro
bomber's penis?
Let me
you could probably put a lot in there then. I mean, sorry. I mean, that's why I got a beard.
Finger,
Lord, you're turning kind of red there. You okay?
So
Game behind the box is real, bro.
The Series X. The Series X does this to HDR. Isn't fake HDR and isn't the HDR that's inside your Xbox pushed through Netflix, which is a filter, right? Let me give you the real answer. I joked with you enough. The Series X actually gives you true HDR. If you read the comment, you read the statement, it's true HDR being pushed onto the games. If the games had it or not, it's a level of software that's being incorporated, and it's new software that you haven't seen yet. So after you see it, please comment on it then. But to say that the regular Xbox does it, it doesn't do it at all. It's not software compatible with the regular Xbox.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of
AI
games
driven, right?
Yeah, and a lot of games don't have the HDR, so the Xbox One X may have HDR, but if the game doesn't have it, you can't make it look better.
HDR may go away anyway.
It brute forces it.
Yeah. But from my heard, it's like
Dolby Vision.
AI, reconstructive tech that that they're utilizing for games that didn't even have it.
Smart ass shit.
Yeah,
well, that's when you know you have a crazy enhancement team. Like that's what's crazy. That's where I believe I wish Sony talked to Microsoft and fly like, hey, what are y'all doing? So we can do
that's what I said last week, dude. Microsoft's a software team first, dude. So fuck yeah, dude. They're on top of their shit.
But yet they can't forget the UI for their love of God.
We're not gonna talk about that.
They shit the bed a lot.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
No. I'm just saying, dude. Like that's one thing that Sony has gotten on point is their UI is flawless,
clean,
it's smooth. It's clean.
It's the same one since '86. Stop it. Listen. What Sony did, right, and what they've always been doing for their back-compat solution was they would put a small version of the CPU of the previous hardware inside the box. Right. This PlayStation 5 costs so much money to manufacture. I don't think that was a viable option to put the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3's codec, what they call SoC, inside the box.
I'm not sure.
It's basically because they change OS every fucking generation, right? It's a proprietary OS, so they can't can't do the x86 shit that Microsoft does across all their systems. I mean, it's not that it's not, but it's still their own proprietary shit. So they can't.
But they should still be able to get their own
learn or feed off of other shit because it doesn't work. It's not compatible.
I think we're going down a rabbit hole.
what Dill explained to me was when they disabled some of the cores, was they put it in line with the PlayStation 4's cores. So
and frequency, right?
Right. They hampered the CPU to coincide and use that generational type thing with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. So that was my understanding of it. Trust me, I do not code for games. You talk to Cog about that. I do not code for games. I do not make games. I just read and try to interpret what I read. And I speak to smarter people and more educated people in that field to help educate myself.
So basically, they chose to do it at a hardware level instead of a software level.
Yes.
They could have invested in that years ago and been fine.
How about who is
that right?
Dale Kojima? Damn it!
You can't say his name.
Look, he's a cocksuck. I don't care for him, okay?
Jeez.
Yo!
I mean, that's pretty rough.
That's hard.
The guy gets way too much credit for... I mean, that game fucking sucked, okay? You turned into a FedEx delivery driver.
Okay, look.
You didn't appreciate the art form. That's your problem.
Look.
You didn't appreciate the art.
I'm just a shooter, bro. I'm sorry.
Look, Kojima has had some really freaking amazing games that are in his...
Look, he was so great at Silent Hill, they asked him not to come back.
Well, it's because he was sucking all that money, dude.
They were like, no, we're good without you, bro.
We got Doom Guy joining the podcast.
Doom Guy entered the chat.
I love that helmet. Oh my God.
Doom Guys entered the chat.
But we are 30 minutes in, and I think Wilmy had something.
Did he? He left. He's like,
I don't know. He's like, I'm out. I'm like, we're talking too much hardware. I don't know what's going on.
No, actually, I got to
Undead, what up, bro?
Chats. Nano, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Size matters, but Lord needs a bigger Sharpie to finish that beard. Baby face not fooling anyone.
Assassin, bro.
Hey, Lord, I got an idea. Instead of cutting, when you cut your hair, don't throw it away. Take it. Super
Take it
we all saw that on Beavis and Butthead. It didn't work.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right, and Adam, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Bigger picture here, y'all. Twitter isn't reality. Sometimes we forget that because we're on it and see the crazy fans. That is true, Adam.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That is
I mean,
very true.
The only thing I'll hit on, and I want to hit on it unless we want something else, is just remember, you see something you hate on Twitter, you ain't got to comment on it. You can mute the shit out of it and move on, and life's a wonderful day.
Facts, bro.
Oh, damn right.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Because when you comment on it or you retweet it, you are just giving that person more traction to spread that salt hate.
Preach
hate.
it. Preach it.
And Lord, the gaming perspective says he'll lend you some of his beard.
I got a lot of beard on my team, bro. Shout out to Undead, man. They got
you know what?
glorious
Hey,
beards.
my wife won't let me grow a beard. I can only get the goatee because she said no. So when I cut it, I'll just ship it to you.
All right, thank you, brother.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
less
less
fortunate. You know what I'm saying?
In like 3 days, I was starting to look like Grizzly Adams and shit. So,
Lord had
Do
to speak on the software HDR shit.
What?
And we cut him off, and I apologize.
What?
What you wanted to say something? I want to hear it.
You know what the HDR reconstructive tech?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No, it was just
Lord.
I kind of regurgitated it. It was just basically how cool it is for games that didn't exist. I mean, didn't have HDR when HDR didn't even exist, and how they're using this AI reconstructive tech to actually formulate it and put it in. And I think that is really cool. Obviously,
did you see the Fusion Frenzy shit?
Yeah, I saw the Fusion Frenzy demo.
Dude, that was
super impressive. You know, then you talk. To me though, the thing that doesn't get enough credit is I'm just thinking about games that when they came out, they got rated lower because frame rate inconsistency, whether it be The Witcher or things like that. And now some of these games can now run naturally without a boost mode, without anything done by the developer at 120 frames, up to 120 frames in some cases, 60 frames, things like that. And I think that is really impressive, man. You have no idea how people will value that. And again, I know there's a loud minority on Twitter that does not care about, you know what I'm saying, back compat. And I get it. You know, it's not for you. That's not going to excite you about a system. Yeah. But there is a subset of people, a large subset of people, who they sit there and value their games.
You spend 5 minutes on PC playing at 60 FPS and go play console. Holy shit, your mind goes.
Jay, I tell my Destiny dudes, they mad at me when I left them on Xbox. My clan, King, no, they mad.
Yeah, he just left us.
But you gotta understand when you
PC elite his ass.
I'm so happy for y'all when y'all get an NVMe hard drive and y'all get SSD and y'all get 60 frames, and then you see what Destiny, these games that you love. How there's no going back. It's like the sun is shining. You can't go back, bro. It's next level, man. Exactly.
So
it's hard.
Taozochi, I probably totally killed your name.
No, you said it right too.
Yeah.
Taozochi, thanks for the $20 super chat. Wait, we got Gaming Beyond the Box and Lord King, but also Lord Corrupted Cog. Let's go.
That's me. He always slandered me. No doubt.
We had a different point, guys. It's nice to see, to be honest with you. People will care about back and pat when they go to the store and they tell you, okay, for that game that you love so much, here's 25 cents. Mm-hmm. And you're giving in your console and they're like, yeah, but I got like 50 games, and does that give me the next system? No, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. It can probably give you $15 off. So
you get a slight discount.
Where Microsoft said, hey, we got a buyback system. Mm-hmm. And once you turn that digital library, the hard physical library into a digital library, mm-hmm. and you get down with this right now, it's called caring for the customer friendly practices, pro-consumer in the hugest sense of the word, that financially they're looking out for you. They're looking out mm-hmm. for you on a hardware standpoint. And I know it sounds like, yo, King, you this Xbox head. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a total 100% believer when you tell me there's 100 games and we're going to keep rotating these games around with newer games inside there, and you don't have to pay anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, we purchase a whole bunch of studios, and every game they produce is going to come in here for free.
Value.
What the hell?
Value.
But then you get yelled at. But you get yelled at though if you don't go buy the game.
The hell with you?
If you have,
you're not supporting the dev bomber. Yeah, if you do it, they don't get the money. I'm going to buy it because I'm that evil Microsoft. I can't.
They wouldn't do this if they didn't think this is going to be a benefit for them. I mean, that's just, they're a business first.
Exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
So
it's all about money.
Getting a Ferrari every month for $30. Would you go pay the $1.5 million?
No,
exactly.
First of all,
go pay my $30.
I only drive Lamborghinis.
Except for when I call my insurance department and they say, "Hey, your insurance is due." I'm like, no.
Dude, first of all, you live in Alabama. They're like, we ain't shipping a Ferrari to Alabama. You got to move.
I can get the one with the Navi tires. We do have a couple of dealerships around here.
Yeah, in another state. Going, we ain't going.
All right, Michael Pincino, send me a DM on Twitter, sir, with your pay me link. You get the first round, so you can pre-order The Last of Us 2. Failed Pyromancer. Right. Send me a DM and send me your pay me link, and you are the second winner. We got 2 more we're going to give away.
Dang. Salute. That's what's up.
4 games total, guys, for The Last of Us 2. You ain't got to pay a dime. You just got to listen to some really horrible podcasts.
We'll meet a real Game Pass right now. You better get on it.
He's got a really Game Pass.
I need to be part of his family Game Pass when it comes out.
Hold on, let me put on my bot account. Time out.
You got to make sure we enter. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'm subscribed to the realm. Hold on a second.
Graphic, if I picked you, dude, people would swear that it was rigged. I'll send you a copy anyway.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
There's absolutely no way. See, that's why I'm mad with Sony. Do you understand how crazy I would be when The Last of Us launches digital that night, or Ghost of Tsushima if the PlayStation Now was on board?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, not even just that. You know what really scares me right now? I say scares, But the whole fact that I don't know if Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us are actually going to be fully upgraded for free on the PS5.
No, it won't. I'm gonna look in your face. Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. Hey.
Don't be afraid. You're gonna do just like I did.
He's got the beard.
Listen. Remember the last time when you brought the PlayStation 3 and at the end you had got The Last of Us?
Actually, I did not buy it. I actually didn't buy it until the PS4.
Oh, you got it on the PS4. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, only my behind did it, right? Okay, so check it out, right? So my foolish self brought it because I couldn't wait,
twice.
And I was like, yes. And then it came out for the PlayStation 4, remastered, 4K,
remastered.
Whatever, upgraded, whatever.
It don't look any better.
Yes, it does. I don't know. Maybe I had to
playing it right now.
PlayStation.
Performance mode is really
performance. But
I like performance.
It looks all right.
I put it in performance mode. I brought the game twice, and I said that taught me one thing very early on. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it.
Solve got some words for you.
Well, he can have all the words that he like, but he don't got no words on Thursday, so he gonna have to wait till Sunday because they got no show. There's no show, and Solve Knees is right there in the box.
Because the Nepo man is already on his way.
Man. He's a hop, skip it away. So those knees got hair.
How about that Xbox?
I would buy another PS4 right now if they hooked me up with that Silent Hill demo that nobody can touch anymore.
Oh, I got it.
I told you.
Your fucking PS4 is worth like a bazillion fucking dollars on eBay.
I never deleted it.
I never deleted it too. Yeah.
Man,
I didn't delete it either.
Bullshit.
PT.
Yeah,
PT. That was it. That was
yeah. See, so okay. One of my PlayStations upstairs is not hooked up to the internet, right? So I would always have to go and do something to. No. Actually, no. I use that on my phone. I gotta keep that on my hip. I gotta keep that
close by.
Sweetie, why are you looking at midget porn? That's a lot of weird shit.
Break glass.
Do not disrespect the midgets. All right, we're gonna stay away from that. Anyway.
You're scared of them, huh?
No. Cat Daddy, thank you, sir, for becoming a YouTube member. Glad to have you, man.
Oh, Cat Daddy. Oh, salute. That's our brother.
That's my
King, I
brother
think you've seen
there.
Leprechaun way too much.
Cat Daddy.
I watched all 5 of them.
Okay, did you watch Leprechaun in the Hood? I mean,
yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. If you didn't watch Leprechaun in the Hood, you didn't watch no Leprechaun.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Okay, I watched enough of it to go, something went wrong here. Somewhere along the story, someone's like, I got a new idea. What?
Calvin.
Leprechaun in the Hood. Why not?
At least they didn't put him in space, right?
That's next. They did Jason.
Right?
He's next.
That's what I'm saying. They did Jason. That was bad enough.
Jason,
that was actually pretty cool when he did wrap around
saying.
the tree or whatever. That was pretty cool.
Okay, look, the only good thing about Friday the 13th are the death scenes and some of these somewhat sex scenes where you're like, ooh, boobies.
Yeah, of course. What you watched it for?
Exactly.
Nothing else. People are like, it's a great horror movie. I'm like, there was horror?
Freddie and Pinhead were the two best. Pinhead was my favorite.
Pinhead.
No, I'm waiting for this new Candy Man to come out.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm like,
especially since he's in it, so that's all.
And Tony Todd is actually coming back to play Candy Man.
Look, all I was told is don't ever get in a van with candy. So
you guys saw that tweet. You guys saw the tweet I put up this week for the show. About if you stand in front of a mirror and say Game Pass 3 times, a Twitter troll will come out at you.
Yo, that tweet was lit. I love that tweet. I saw that.
I had so many people, man, sending me hate messages in my DM for that.
You got hate messages. My video right now is at 10,000 views.
They all you.
Yeah.
Wilby, what's your block number?
As soon as I saw it, I was like,
what's it this week? We need an update.
Yeah. I mean, after this week, it's got to be near 29,000.
I made it to 28,100.
Okay. You are slacking. Wow. You were at 26,000 last week.
I know, man. I just
over 1,000.
Who the hell did you anger?
Dude, his post angers.
We got like 12 dudes that had to silence
people.
Oh, dude.
See what it
dude, I have 115 blocked, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of people. And he's like, I got 29,000 and did 500 today. I'm like, Hi.
Well, see, what a lot of people don't get, man, we're older dudes. We don't take this shit serious.
Yeah.
And
No, it's who
A lot of
cares?
people do apparently.
And but like we were talking before the podcast went on air, some people take this shit like it's life.
Look,
It's video games. That's
I've said it before. When you have nothing else in your life that you've succeeded at, you got to grasp onto something.
Yeah, I mean, and that tweet, about standing in front of a mirror,
Lord's like, I graduated high school. Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Time to troll Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time people in masks can have their voice heard.
Yeah, but just because your voice can be heard doesn't mean we need to hear it.
You learned that from your parents telling you before a child should be seen and not heard.
See, I said this on our private chat. You can tell who's got their face kicked in life and who hasn't. Because the people that say shit on Twitter and whatnot, it's like, oh, you've never been punched in real life. No.
Remember that one time I talked about
really needs it.
Yeah, because like in real life, if you were to say that to somebody, you'd get your teeth kicked in.
I just kind of threw out the biggest fucking hint on the planet, dude.
I didn't hear all of what you said. You're totally welcome to say it again.
Like the moment is missed.
I think one salty motherfucker on Twitter that really needs his ass whipped. Especially after the stunts he pulled this week with Boom.
First of all, he wouldn't come out of his mom's basement, so that's a problem.
Yeah, I just can't even entertain.
Dude,
hey, King, can you mail me that rolling pin?
I know you have it on a glass.
It's above his door. He tells his kids
that was his first monument statue.
He's like, look, that's bent because of my ass. Okay.
King, did you have your mom sign it?
You said something about broken spoons. I came back.
No, you upped the ante. I'm like, my sister broke spoons. My dad got a metal spoon. King's like, that's child's play. My mama beat me with a wooden rolling pin.
But broke it. I told you, you got a broken spoon.
Okay, I didn't hear the broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear the broken either. That dude, you just upped it. You were like, hey, that's funny. I'm gonna win.
You're telling me you can still sit?
I was 6 at the time. Well, how old was I? I was 17 years old. I was 6'2", 215 pounds.
Still a big boy.
But you had to find something.
She's probably what, 5'2"?
No. My mom's is like what, 5'9", 5'11".
Okay, so
like
tall. Okay.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. She could have been. She could have been my kneecaps. She could have been up to my kneecaps.
See, that's where the kneecap thing comes from.
That's it. Listen,
she beat the shit out of his kneecaps.
This is the same woman that told me, okay, now I don't want you to fight in school, but if you do, I want to pick up the winner. Okay.
There you go.
You know
So she was not
No.
trying to lose that battle. She was not trying to risk any a crazy 17-year-old saying, I'm not taking this anymore. No, she gave me no choice but to take it. So after the first hit, and I was seeing all types of colors.
You saw color in the chat?
That's why I said I got colors, because I can't see regular stuff anymore. Once I figured out who was the boss, she finished off, and I was never late again, sir.
Yeah,
never late again.
You were early.
Adam, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Pouring on phone is the only way to go.
Tell them about it.
That's right.
Just remember, always have that one person that's willing to delete your search history if you die. Just saying.
On mine is linked up to my phone on my watch, right? So at the point that
you watch porn on your watch?
No. Well, it's a smartphone.
Yeah.
So when my heartbeat stops, it goes into automatic delete mode.
Oh, really? Let me grab my watch real quick.
You got like your cell phone's got the emergency. Wipe it all.
That's right. Wipe it out.
One of these days, there'll be like water or something between. He's like, "Oh God, no!"
Oh shit, my big yard. Damn.
That man got a contingency plan.
Oh my God, it deleted everything. Oh God. All that anime porn. Oh God.
What's that, henty?
Oh God.
Spicy.
Leo
Spicy.
said, "I hear colors, Mama."
Spicy.
By the way, everyone, welcome to Gaming Beyond the Box.
Why I got a text that said, "Oh, so you really got a plan, huh?"
She listened.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like I said before we went live, man, if I would have been a better kid, that poor Weeping Willow Tree would still be alive right now. So there was nothing worse. There was nothing worse than being told to go cut your own switch because you were looking for that switch, it wouldn't hurt. But it's a Weeping Willow, man. That shit bends. It just kind of wraps around your ass.
Yeah, I respect the spoon. I don't want no switch. Oh, dude, the belt was bad enough.
It's like my dad beat me once and he only hit me once and it really hurt. And he's like, go to your mom. And I was kind of sitting there, you usually hit like 8 or 9 times. What happened? Really hurt. And I walked away and then I turned and looked and realized that he grabbed the wrong part and he hit me with the belt, with the buckle.
Oh.
I'm like, oh God, my legs don't feel right. I don't feel good.
Dude, remember they'd look at you and go, "This is gonna hurt me worse than it is you."
Yeah. Look, I didn't understand that till I had kids, and then I'm like, now I understand.
I was told that one time. My aunt whipped my ass bad, and I'm sitting there, and she made me pull up my pant legs and shit, and she's whipping my ass. And she goes, "It hurt me worse than it did you." I turned around and went, "You're crazy, bitch." Oh, she beat me so bad I couldn't sit down for like 2 days.
Everybody's worst thing ever to hear from your mom. Wait till your dad gets home.
Well,
and I was like, you know what? Okay, Mom. So I went into my bedroom. Sorry, man.
So if my mother would have wait till your dad gets home, I'd have been like, well, let him wait.
No more rolling pin on my ass.
I put on every pair of underwear that I had. My ass was sticking out like this far. My dad saw it. No, he didn't go for butt. He went for thigh. And I'm like, oh, that hurt more. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, dear God.
Okay, I got to give you a story. The hell with that. That's a nice one. I got to give you a story. I got to give it to you, and it's real quick. All right, so I did something stupid, right? So my mother came down.
I'm sensing a trend here.
Trust me, I was a young kid in the ghetto.
Yeah, I mean,
so I did something stupid. I stole from a convenience store, right? So it was me and my friend Sal. So my friend Sal and I, all right. So you want perfect English, good, whatever. So we get down there, right? So we down there, and they're holding us for our parents to come, right? So his father came in, and this is when I thought I saw the juggernaut in real life. His father was the biggest man I've ever seen in my whole life. He was Italian. His father had this hands the size of that screen right there. So I looked, and I was like, "Oh, Sal is dead." All right. Shout out to the Chinese guy across the street that held all our toys for us while we crazily went back and forth inside Alexander's stealing toys. All right, check it out. Now, Alexander on 3rd Avenue. Wow. Now, I do not recommend stealing for anybody because let me tell you the moral of this story. Okay, so my mother comes in. My mother always wore this Matrix leather jacket and these biker shades, right? So she comes in with the biker shades, the leather jacket, and my sister says not one word to me, talks straight to the arresting officer and said, "Yes, I'm his mother. I'm taking him home." Okay, cool. We walk out. As we're walking home, I'm telling my mother all type of solutions that she can do to me, right? So I'm trying to negotiate that.
No, seriously, Mom, I promise.
Mom, I'll take the rolling pin. Just beat me with the rolling pin.
No, I didn't say I promise. I didn't say anything. I said, okay. And this time, I'm 13 years old. Yeah. So I tell her, I said, you can take my TV and you can take my toys and you can do this, right? She said not one word. We get up into the house. She said, "Boy, take a shower. You stink." Oh, you think I'm stupid? You think I'm gonna get in the water and then you're gonna beat me while I'm wet?
Oh, no. See, I'd be thinking she's gonna throw the toaster over while you're wet. I'm done.
So listen, the dirty clothes hamper's inside the bathroom.
Oh my God!
I put on all the dirty clothes. So I'm sitting there, ready.
This man tried to shield you really like to dig that hole, don't you? You're like, no, I'm gonna keep going.
I'm ready. I sit there for at least 20-30 minutes. Nothing.
Oh my God.
She did go.
So the water was already run. All right, so you know what? Let me take this stuff off. She's not gonna beat me. The second my toe touched the water,
that was it.
She bust in the door. I fell down with the shower curtain, whoosh, into the water and came up completely wet. So when I come up wet, that's when she goes to town.
That slapping, man. I bet that. Woo.
The most uncomfortable night's sleep I've ever had in my life because I couldn't find a part of my body that wasn't touched by the Lord.
Those are the beatings, man.
That's so
built character.
She probably beat you also for tearing the shower curtain off.
Oh yeah.
You son of a goddamn you!
I got that too. So when you said you
got water on my floor, I'm beating you.
The devil's got you, ain't shit you.
Totally deserved though. Totally deserved. I didn't report her to ACS. No, I did not.
Yeah, my younger brother once told my dad, "I'm going to call CPS." My dad's like, "Go right ahead." And my brother's like, "Really?" He's like, "Because you won't be alive when they get here."
I done told you how I raised my three, man, and I did good. You know, all three of my kids, you know, they're adults, they're productive, you know, and they knew better. And it's kind of like King said, you know, they knew, you know, not to piss Dad off. I mean, I love all three of my kids, and all three of them, you know, a lot of them, probably all three of them are in the chat somewhere. And they will tell you, you know, to this day, they love me to death. We're super close. I'll do anything for my kids. They do anything for me. But they grew up with respect. It's just like you respect your mama. You're 47 years old.
Yeah,
she doesn't get a curse word out of my mouth.
Well, I mean,
and that's the way my kids are. You know, and they never were beaten. You know, it was just that mutual. They knew it would happen, more or less.
Yeah, it's like when my older daughter always asks me, why do I always get the worst discipline? I'm like, because you're the example. You're the oldest. The youngers will be like, I don't want to piss Dad off.
Yeah, I got an 11-year-old. I haven't swatted his ass in like 4 or 5 years. Because he already knows.
Yeah.
And like we're honestly closer for it. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds weird, but that like
so I
swatted his ass.
Yeah, I had a friend
I need to swat his ass, and now he's like, you know what? I ain't fucking with Dad. Dad says some shit. I'm gonna do that shit.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, it's like I had a friend. He's like, my dad's never spanked me. I'm like, what? He's like, he just makes examples, and I'm like, what type of examples are we talking here? So he was one day got in trouble, and he's like, King. His dad was a 6'8", big guy, big fist. We got in trouble at school because we called the teacher a whore.
What?
I mean, she had hickeys on her neck. I mean,
what?
She was.
Oh yeah, dude. She had hickeys all over her neck, and I happened to say, so did your husband give that to you, or you kind of freaky like a whore? And yeah, we got in trouble. Anyways, I got beat for that one.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I got beat for that one. Anyways, we get to his house, and his dad just goes, let's go outside. And I'm like, oh, this can't be good. We go outside. There's
outside.
Yeah, there's a 2x4 standing against the swing set, and he just walks up to it and punches it and breaks it in half and walks away. And I'm like, I don't ever want to piss your dad off. Like,
I just fucked up.
That's not nothing.
We fucked up.
I'm scared now.
He should have definitely got that mouth pop. I mean, pop that mouth.
No, I was the one that said it. He just was guilty by association.
Because you was the dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you would have never been welcome at my house again.
His dad,
Yo, shout out to Adam Optimus. He said nothing brings grown men together than how they got their asses beat by.
I know, right? We can do this in this generation. Y'all can't do it. Because the worst my son gets right now is, okay, I'm taking your Xbox away. He goes into a nervous breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
He freaks the fuck out, dude.
I took my 12 years old, and I swear I just told him the end of the world is happening. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, go clap back. There's a thing called a sun.
Yeah.
This week, both my kids, my wife and I said we're taking YouTube off your stuff. Man, you would have thought you would have thought it was game over. Like it was like
Armin's fucking dead, dude.
So
we didn't have shit like that for parents to take away. The only thing we had was our ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had our freedom and our skin.
Yeah, we had
I'm gonna take the skin off your ass right now.
So R in chat, why are coat hangers untwined? I mean, first of all, they took the time to untwine it, so now they're really mad.
Yeah.
Salute.
I mean, that took planning. Like, I'm going to untwine this, and then we're going to have some fun.
And Adam, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Better story. I once got my mom so mad she called me a son of a female dog word. How the hell do you respond to that without adding more fuel to that? You can't.
Good luck.
Yeah, that is a no-win, man.
I mean,
really?
you could be like, let's see how mad we can make her.
Right.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword, man. You don't fuck with that.
You just bend over and just take it. Just go ahead.
Damn right.
Sometimes you just got to say "beat me to death" and just take it. And just
she was looking for that Michael Jordan extra anger. That trying to get slight, like you slighted me. Like what did you just say? What are you talking about?
That extra motivation. That's she was
looking for that Michael Jordan stuff. Nah, I'm good.
JMO money. Only one person that could ever take King's knees is his mama.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I think she still got him.
That's why he keeps going for knees.
That's why I'm always sitting down.
And it wasn't just your parents. When we all went to school, they could whip your ass at school.
Oh,
yeah.
In 4th grade was the last year they could do that, and then my mom was a substitute teacher at my school. Mm-hmm. So whenever I got in trouble, they just sent me to her classroom, and that was worse.
Oh, damn.
Because then I got beat in front of all my friends. So I'm like, man, this fucking sucks.
And our history teacher had a hockey stick that he took off the end.
Oh.
And it was just that thick. Yeah, and he would tell you to bend over, and he was the baseball coach, so he would swing at it.
The swing form was just
yes. Oh, dude, he would take you into a room by y'all selves, shut the door, and everybody else would be outside, like basically listening, and you would just hear pop, and then crying and screaming.
Did he
my older brother's a science teacher.
No square? Did he? Show us on the teddy bear where he hit you.
And everybody had that one teacher in school. She was like this big.
Oh yeah,
like maybe 4'9", 5 foot tall, weighed 100 pounds, and she would paddle you with that big long ass paddle and bring your ass off the floor every swing. Yeah.
Well, it's like my older brother had a science teacher that showed them because it's his first day there. My older brother's 6 years older than me, so they were still paddling kids in class, and he showed them. So that he's like, first day he's like, look, they told me I needed to make a paddle stick, so I'm going to show you something. Now, when you drill holes in this nice piece of wood, it swings faster. Why does it need to swing faster?
Yeah, gotta get the proper velocity.
He learned how to reduce drag.
Yeah,
reduce drag.
Yeah.
Yo, you stupid.
He learned how to make a missile. So when you heard it coming through the air.
Yeah, yep. my brother asked, why do you need to not have the air in it? Let me show you. Yeah, my brother's like,
no lie
yeah. He's like, all I can say is, that's sadistic. He's like, that hurt like hell. I'm like, man, he's like, you hear the whistling and then you know it's coming. You're like counting down. 1, 2, what? Oh my God.
You know where he got it from, right? Because that's a little thing that he was doing on the side.
Oh yeah, he's like, sweetie, we got this paddle at home. It works pretty good. I think I got an idea.
Oh, we done went left.
He said, let's bring this to work.
Gaming beyond the paddle.
I don't think that could be able to be on YouTube.
8 o'clock. This is what happens. Surprise, surprise.
And see, the bad part, I don't even know if y'all ever done it. I went to Catholic school for a little while.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't paddle you. They
holding your hand back like this and beat the shit out of your hand.
So they were like, okay, we're not going to paddle you. You're not. We're going to send you to Father Joe. No.
Listen, what they would give us. Did you ever get the rice? The rice mat.
The rice mat.
Okay.
What type of levels of torture? Did you ever get the rice? Did you get the water board? Yes. What's going on in here?
Well, they give you the rice mat, and you had to pray. You had to give I had to give 25 Hail Marys while I was on the rice mat. You couldn't say it fast. You had to say it out loud. I had to say it slow on your knees in the prayer position.
That's why you're going after.
I'm understanding the need.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting that part.
I know.
We're coming full circle.
Listen, I know it's a soft part on the human body. Pause.
Oh.
So when I tell you give me your knees, you got to understand. Put some shea butter on it, baby.
But King, oh my God! I'm just wondering how many people in New York have beaten you.
Well, my mother.
Yeah, she's up
Yeah,
there. A lot of
I mean,
she's
she's on there a few
five
times, right?
ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's top 5.
My
She's all 5.
I haven't taken a loss. I guess my mother and death is coming soon. So whenever he show up, that's when I'm going. But yeah, my mom's not. I can tell you, oh boy,
I was scared to death of your mom.
Golden glove. Golden glove. I used to.
I'm scared for you.
Down. It's going down. I might not see him.
So wait. So your mama said if you get in a fight, you better win, and then you decided boxing was a good career.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go box because if I lose, you gonna beat my ass.
He was a terror because of that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm gonna get beat if I lose, so I'm gonna get beat twice, so I can't lose.
Exactly.
That actually brings me to a question. You guys have been friends for a long time.
That's family.
Forever.
That's family, man.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You have to be like us. I mean, we're because you guys
same thing with
close to
Saab.
each
I know
other.
Saab since the 3rd grade.
So how many times did you go over to his house and he said, you can't come in, I'm about to get beat?
No. The funny thing, King, is when we got to get our story straight to try to avoid the beat.
So listen, is we were pretty good kids. He was a great kid.
I was about to say, the stories you've said, I'm not thinking. I was a great kid. I was right up there with Jeffrey Dahmer. I was fine.
Wait, excuse me. Let me take my moment.
Oh, damn.
Listen, like he was a good kid. He was a great kid, right? So I stayed around him to be a better kid, right? So he was always the positive influence. So I hated going back around my neighborhood, and I shunned all the guys that I was hanging out with because his energy and his circumference was so positive. So I stayed over there. So what would happen is a lot of the people where I was from was noticing that, oh man, he's having a good time and he's with good people. I'm going to get away from where I'm at. Facts. So they gravitated to where we were.
We was at, yeah.
So we went from a small group of like 4 to like 24.
Like 24.
And
every Saturday, that's what was there. Like
in the house.
Yeah, every day. Oh yeah, shout out to Mama Cognito. To this day that I think
I don't know how she did it.
Wild, bro. Like we were wild because we had everybody come through tournaments, 4 TVs, Halo LAN parties. You know what I'm saying?
I miss those days.
Wrestling tournaments on N64. King would bring the belt. We'd argue. People leave with the championship belt that they enjoyed.
And unfortunately, that was the last time wrestling games were good.
Right?
Is now when you got kids. My son, I used to do that with all his friends. I mean, there would be weekends, man. I'd have like 16, 17 teenage boys running through my house.
You're the best. You're the best.
And the bad part, we lost 2 of them. After they graduated from high school, one of them got into drugs, and he overdosed. And then it wasn't long afterwards, another one. I think he had a car accident. He was drinking and ran into a tree.
But think how many you saved.
Think of how many saved too.
That's true.
And King, that was the fight, right? That was the argument because it was like they didn't want us on the street. I used to say, look, you get mad if I'm on the street. You get mad if I'm in a project or I'm going by this person neighborhood or that person neighborhood. But I'm like, I'm gaming. You know where we at, and you can see me. So you can't really fight me. And that's how I won her over, to have people over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the thing.
Do you know how many girlfriends and relationships that I lost because of Saturdays?
Mm-hmm.
Because they thought for some reason there was no way possible.
Yeah, the people can just be gaming all day.
Playing video games for 10 hours. I said, watch me, man.
It's really easy.
Facts.
And they would say, well, it's either me or the games.
Well, first of all, I'm ambidextrous, so I'm okay, baby.
And see, I had a lot of parents.
I got my phone.
I didn't have a beeper back then, but back then I had my VHS tapes. I was doing my VHS tapes.
I found a Playboy, guys.
So what you're saying is you be kind, please rewind.
Oh yes. No, I would leave it at that spot. Because you only need it at that good scene. You know, rewind that scene.
Rewind that scene.
I feel for Will Me's demonetization right now. Salute.
It's all
his YouTube cards on this one. Because we going in.
Yo, people knew your spot when you watch the tape, and then right before the scene, it goes. We don't rewind it over here. There's a lot of active rewinding over here. It's about to get good. This is about to get good.
This man is a pure savage.
But we had the same thing, man. I had kids' parents, telling me, well, when my son goes to your house, all they do is play video games. What the fuck's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean it.
That's why my mom never minded me playing games. She's like, I know where you are, I know what you're doing.
Facts.
Yep.
Exactly. I knew where my kids were, man. I didn't have to worry about them.
My sister and my brother, they went out, they did things, drugs, did partying, whatever they did. And I was sit at the house. So my mom never cared. She always wondered why I didn't go. I was like, I like video games. She was like, you're like,
because my girlfriend blows up. I'm good, Mom.
I'm done.
Hey,
I think I was the only kid in my school that wasn't on some type of drug or drinking.
Cat daddy, my left hand was there for me when things got hard.
I love you, LaFonda. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
That's good. Love you,
LaFonda. We got 59 in the chat. Let's get those likes up. Let's do that. Shout out to that one person that put the thumbs up. I know who.
Oh no, he's our troll. We love him because he makes no sense in any of the comments he leaves. It's like
late today.
Oh,
yeah, I know. He's like 20 minutes late. What the fuck, man? Come on.
I thought it was my follower. I got one who religiously just.
No, we have one guy who listens to the entire show and then makes stupid comments.
It's probably the same guy, King, that goes to your podcast.
We got a few.
Okay.
It's
Silver. It ain't nobody's.
Oh yeah, I know that was.
Oh, that's the Silver dude. I blocked him.
Don't block him. It's great listening to some of his comments that make no sense whatsoever.
No, I blocked him on Twitter for the simple fact that when you curse, that's when you're done. If you can respectfully.
So, are you gonna block me after this?
Oh no! This is your joint. I'm not gonna curse.
He said this is your joint. He said it's you. You good?
We good. You know this.
That'd be crazy.
You just followed me like a week ago. I can't handle a block that quickly.
Well, you know what it is. I start to, and I don't hold my follow as some holy grail, like I'm some greater than thou, type of thing.
Your follower numbers need to be equal, otherwise it doesn't count, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you follow me, I follow you right back. And if I didn't see it right then, and you make a comment, and I go look, and I look at your, cool, I got you.
Dude, you're fine.
Because
I just want to give you shit.
No, I like it. Yeah, come on, pause. Give me that shit.
I've been giving it to you all night, man.
Just nail it in the box that you need.
Look, I'm married. My knees are downstairs, brother.
I don't want those knees.
I don't want those knees. Those are the knees you're working.
Those are the action knees. Those are the ones that you need.
Those are the knees after dark.
No. I just want your everyday walking around knees.
I got knees downstairs. Walk around knees.
I did both growing up, depending on the party. We can relate to that one, dude.
Look, I miss telling my wife because LAN parties were kind of coming to the end of the Xbox that just come out about then. And I miss telling my wife, hey, I'm taking the TV, and we had a Sony Vega, and anybody that ever owned one, that damn thing was like 500 pounds. So it's like, me, Bob, and Carl are going to grab the TV. Hope to God we don't drop it.
Yep.
Big
hey, you know what? It was the best damn picture at the time. So everybody was like, I want to play in the Vega. No. You didn't help carry it in.
Yeah. You get the little TV, the bubble face.
And thank you, manservant Hecubus, for the $5 super chat. From one pitchman to another, assuming the real life shirt. Kudos. And if you do not know who this guy is, he was actually a producer at G4 TV. And all those old dudes know exactly. We remember G4 TV.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, salute.
Yep. And he's got a salute on there from the kids in the hall.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's what's up.
One of the best intro theme songs in the game.
So let's get to some of these topics that we haven't been to.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we have topics. Yeah.
Topics.
We got topics.
We just went beyond the box. Absolutely.
I mean, this is gaming beyond the box, so.
Yeah, you never know what direction we're
I was
going
just
in.
looking like, wow.
I thought that was a. So, wait.
For stupid shit.
Do you look up the internet on that arcade machine next to you?
I got that too.
No, I see it.
Oh, yeah. It got Steam on it too.
Yeah, and a lot of porn it looks like too. You just use the joystick back and forth.
No.
Come on, baby! Come on!
You talk about when I got to do this?
Why is my A button sticky? Damn it!
No, that's the start button.
That's the start.
You're getting your
The
buttons
rewind.
hooked up.
That's that rewind button.
I know that King is going to love this this topic.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 1st of June. Why are the PS5 SoCs just now in the final stage of production?
Oh, Lord.
Because they're coming out next year.
So the thing is, they had to get the heat down to where it wouldn't catch your house on fire, but heat your hot pocket.
Y'all so savage. Y'all so messy.
No,
It's
so messy.
It's not that. All right. They're broke.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, let's keep it above. Let's
Here
keep
we
it above.
go. His pocket shaving Cody.
Let's keep it above. Let's stop.
Here we
Let's stop.
go.
I just want you. I want you to think about it real quickly.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to think about it real quickly. Here you go. When that bill first comes up and you got that money, you send it out that day. Matter of fact, you might be that hot that you call them on the phone and be like, "Yo, yeah, that bill, take care of that." Or if you got real bread, you on automatic pay. So when it hit, it hit. You don't even feel it. You just right. So now you got those other dudes that they wait until that last due date.
Okay, first of all, if you wait till the last due date, you can kind of, hey, I'll pay this amount. What do you think?
Yeah, well, some dudes say the ticket prices went up, so you're gonna pay a little bit more than we thought. So I said, what we have to do is cut that order in half, sir. So we're not going to be ordering as much as we thought we would. So what we're going to do is tell the public that we're not going to ship as many as we thought we would. So it's going to be at a premium price.
So I like premium prices.
Not when it comes with not a premium experience. So when you have a slower GPU and a CPU that's in flux.
Okay, first of all, their SSD is faster, so it makes everything better.
Yeah, well, if it puts graphics, but it don't.
With a faster SSD, graphics are better.
So when you put a supercharger on the Yugo, how'd that go for you?
Okay, first of all, it's on a gremlin, damn it, okay?
So you in that one little strap seat belt that you got there, you get down the block.
It's a bungee cord, motherfucker, okay? It's a bungee cord. And my little two-cylinder gremlin with the supercharger now goes wow, 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 as I go down the road at 2 miles an hour.
Financially, they just got to the point where they were able to get that money up front to either pay for half of the SOCs to be done, and that's what happened. Listen, I mean, this is no reason why another company that's doing almost the same exact thing that you're doing was in full production a minute ago, and you had the same knowledge, had the same time, had everything the same. You probably got the same bill at the same date, but one dude financially was able to pay his bill and get his joints to going, while you just pulling up in June talking about, we pulling up, we're going to get that going, we're going to get that popping.
Honestly, it comes down to, we've talked about this on the podcast before, they're a $1 billion company trying to play in a $1 trillion world. Eventually, you're going to not be able to play with them. And it's not like an $800 billion company. Sony's only $170 billion, and Microsoft said it before. They're not worried about Sony. They're worried about Amazon and Google. The other $1 trillion companies.
I don't know.
With that game they just released, I don't think that's too much competition. That Crucible.
No, Crucible wasn't good, but at the same time, it's like that's their first entry, and that's where they're like, hey, look, they're a $1 trillion company. They can keep releasing crap games till they fix it.
But you said Microsoft. You didn't say Xbox, and that's the thing. Like Microsoft is worried about Google and Amazon. Xbox is still worried about PlayStation. I don't care what anybody says. No, Phil isn't going to say he ain't like 100%. I'm not worried about PlayStation because, he still has a worry about his competition, what they're doing. Because if he doesn't worry about his competition, then he's not going to do the stuff that we need and that we want to see in these boxes.
If he wasn't worried about PlayStation, Xbox wouldn't be where it's at right now.
No.
Right.
That's one of the biggest reasons why Xbox is where it's at, and they're starting to take back some market share.
That's where competition
player base.
And the Xbox Series X basically is going to take PlayStation's knees and mail them to King.
It's just like AMD versus fucking Intel on desktop, man.
Why are you licking your fingers?
Because I'm eating kneecaps.
That Jeffrey Dahmer reference
You just told me. I just have some EF juice on my keyboard.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure because I'm looking over and you're sticking like your entire finger down your throat, and I'm like, what are you doing there?
Oh, if you saw that, then you got cataracts. But
Junkie Pants, thanks for the $2 super chat. If this show doesn't go beyond, I demand a refund. And your second, thank you again for the $5 super chat. In the apocalypse, I shall now drive a Gremlin with a jet engine built in.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey, if it
You're
doesn't
welcome.
sound like a jet engine, then you know it ain't going fast.
Listen, you guys said Phil is worrying about Sony. Phil is worrying about his job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. These jobs are performance based.
Yep.
All right. So if you do not perform, you get kicked out. This is the first time Phil has got the bank, like the cash. What everybody was fearing before was Microsoft waking up, right, and realizing they have a viable option in Xbox,
right,
the bank. So now Phil has Satya's ear, and he says, "Okay, show me what you got." And I'm pretty sure he gave him a period of time. And that's where you got Game Pass, you got all this stuff. Now Game Pass is showing bread. It's showing them numbers. It's showing a viable option. And then you had Back Compat, and you got the great Lord Bill Stillwell with the wizardry of what they were able to accomplish, the unthinkable. Generational feats from a legacy from the original OG Xbox to now in software. It tricks the system to believing that it's the original hardware, but it's not. So when he got the bag, now he's fighting for bigger stature in his job. Now, if it's a byproduct of taking over where Sony is, yeah, that's a byproduct of that situation. But the biggest thing is staving off Google and staving off Amazon, because if Amazon and Google, if Stadia ever got it together, we're done. Well, PlayStation and Microsoft is, because Google is everywhere.
Oh yeah, whether you want to admit it or not, they're on everything.
Well, it's like iDizzy said, Amazon hosts a lot of game servers, so they already have a crap ton of servers.
We
got to remember that Phil's been at Microsoft for a long fucking time. Like he straight up took this position because he got in favor. He convinced them that he's like, let me take this shit over. I'll fix it. And that motherfucker has fixed it.
Yeah.
He's still fixing it. And that's what he's got to convince him to do every fucking year. He's got to be like, I'm going to make this better. I'm going to fix it over and over and over again. Nothing will ever be perfect, but he's going to fix it. That's his job. Like you said, he is literally on a daily fight for his job to hold it. And he is fighting for it every fucking day. And that's what makes him different from previous generations.
Exactly. I mean, he basically gave them an ultimatum in the sense that
more or less,
like if we're gonna do gaming, what's that old expression, King? It's like you in or you out.
Yep.
So it's no in between. And again, we know about the past regimes. We know about the Terry Myersons. We know about the Don Matrix. Again, the message has to be clear. We are about gaming, and all of these things, like King is talking about with the Game Pass, these things make sense to Satya. You're seeing the rewards of that. So now it's emboldening him. Now he's at the table. Now he's able to have the decision power to buy studios. These are a byproduct of him. So as much as people who don't like Xbox, Phil deserves a lot of look. I'm a Peter Morgan, I'll be honest, but at Phil's rate, from how he's able to turn around the disastrous launch of the Xbox One to now to where they are in a position coming into the next gen with strength, that is to be commended. And if he gets what King says, the Aurelius title, right? Phil Baxter's dominant, soon to be, that's how it goes, King?
Yeah, soon to be Aurelius.
If he gets that will actually, in my opinion, put him over Peter Moore, because he came from such a low end. We all know the story. This is how you trade games. We all know 400 versus 500. We all know Connect. All these missteps and just negative marketing. 2013 put them in, just to see them come into the next gen with strength and first party studios and all these great consumer friendly services. He deserves to be commended. So to me, there's really competition breeds these things. And to me, there's really nothing no one can really say about Phil. He's done a tremendous job already to this point.
Right.
So if Xbox Series X takes off and numbers are insane and everything keeps going, I just want to know the bonus. So what he gets. That's it.
Well, I'll say that. I'll say this. Like I personally believe. I guarantee this time around, like Xbox is going to sell more this time around than he did last gen for one reason only, because they're doing a worldwide launch.
Yep.
People
They
don't
did not do this last time.
They did not do that in Xbox One. Yep.
No.
Yep.
So what did the 360 do? The same thing, worldwide launch, and they sold like hotcakes. And you're going to do the same thing, and you could possibly be cheaper. Like that's going to be the biggest thing if they really can cut in. If Sony
match, right?
Match.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna match
like and have the power and narrative at this. That's a huge deal too.
No,
I
but
mean, with PlayStation
first.
Something that doesn't get talked about enough, like it gets brought up plenty, but it doesn't get truly talked about, is how pro-consumer Xbox has truly become under Phil's leadership. Like that's I think what convinced them. It's like, we have to start listening. We have to start doing what we need to do. Well, they didn't have a choice.
Yeah, they had no choice. They had to do a lot of just betting. I mean, they had to gamble. They had to gamble that this stuff was going to work.
It's like,
but it's also think about how many headsets you have.
At the same time, like they should have known this to begin with. Both companies should have. PlayStation should know the same shit.
But you didn't have the right leaders. You've seen leaders drop out. You've seen new leaders come in, especially on Sony's side. Microsoft has been shifted a ton. You've seen one of their biggest mouths that everybody knows is Mike Ibarra. He is still, he's still,
even though he's not.
No, he's not there, but he's still critiquing him. But he's also still like, hey, that's my baby. The Series X was his baby. He's the one that said, I want a PC-like freaking box. Make it. And they are.
Their pro-consumer mindset is literally what's starting to get them ahead.
Oh, like
absolutely. They're making a lot of fucking headway right now because of it.
You know what the difference in philosophy is? It's the change when they changed the metric thought. When they no longer decided to give you how much numbers of what was being sold. That's something that they were never going to catch up with. Right? So when you change that narrative, and it's the perceived thought of things, now they always knew they don't care how many systems they sell. Being evident by the Samsung deal with Game Pass being inside televisions now. Right? Yeah. So they no longer care about a box being sold to you because they see the viable options. Shout out, I gotta say it to Bill Stillwell and them teams. For xCloud, it's such a game changer because I touched it, I played it. My cell phone never looked better. I play it always.
Can I touch it?
Please.
Okay, this is getting weird.
The reason why you can't touch that cell phone is because we explained to you
earlier what that's all about.
Yes, it has an automatic delete feature that will factory reset when other fingers get on it.
Shit.
It always starts anew. Then I got to go to my backup service. Sony, you don't have those. I got to Zerg. Anyway. So when you change that, then you start to see levels of engagement across subscribers. They want subscribers. They want you to put that money up, forget your card is attached to it, and just keep on paying, baby.
Consistent revenue, as opposed to the singular purchase. That some gamers might do that once or twice. Once or twice, 2 games a year, whatever. That continual revenue, that subscription service, locked into the ecosystem.
Staying with games. Our next topic is according to Larian Studios, we can expect Baldur's Gate 3 info next week. What is this, like 9 months late now?
I mean, it's fine. It's fine though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, they brought out January, February.
It was supposed to be a Stadia launch in November. It originally
was. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
They never said that. No.
You said, Stadia launch. It was supposed to be in the launch window.
Yeah, so November to January is the launch window.
Yeah, okay. So you're looking in that launch window, then you gotta say that during that period of time we were getting early signs of the virus, and you don't know how it affected checking out the debugging situation of the game. I mean, you talk about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
A game that notoriously launches with a ton of bugs that I think they mitigated before they even launched it. You know, so could you imagine if they don't get a chance to check for those same bugs?
That's why it's taking them a while. I mean, this game
making it, they're taking the time.
Yeah, they're taking it, and that's what they should do. And I mean, it's just like Cyberpunk. I mean, they probably had it done for a while, but yeah, they want to make sure this thing is, because I mean, it's got too many eyes on it that everybody's going to get it. I mean, it's going to be probably the highest sold game.
Yeah, be smooth
this
as
year.
silk.
What did you just say?
I think it's going to be the highest selling game this year.
Man, here we go.
But time out. I just got to hear you because I can't hear it over the haters. I got to push them down. I got to push the haters
I absolutely
down.
believe it. I believe that game will sell more than any other game. I mean,
it's a Stadia exclusive, isn't it, for like
a free
certain amount of
invite to
time?
IOP now off of strength of
Yo, whenever you ready. Whenever you ready to come
Barber he just elevated. He just elevated to you, King?
Yeah, like whenever you ready.
Barber soon to be Aurelius.
we got an offer you can't refuse.
But there you go. So back to Baldur's Gate. It's a Stadia exclusive for a little while, isn't it? Like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 months.
That's when I'm gonna kick in my free trial. I'm saving it for a game that I like, baby. You think I'm crazy?
The one thing I've learned about Stadia is it takes about 4 or 5 days to find a friend, because Dreadpool and Wilmy went back and forth for about 4 or 5 days to find each other, and it's just like.
But also, there's nobody else on there.
It's like, shouldn't you just type the name in and it works? Because that's how it's on PlayStation and Xbox and Steam.
Anyway, so
yeah.
They getting it together, man. When they get it together, it'll pop. But right now,
you got to think. I mean, I don't know. Stadia is just whatever right now. I'm worried about just my boxes that I'm gonna buy, my PS5 and my Series X.
Well, you can wait. You can save the rest of the money until February 2021, and there you go with your PlayStation.
Hey,
because
that's fine. That helps me save up some. That's perfect.
Exactly. And then you get your X in October, November, and if they talking about how they really about to do them, they about to do them crazy in September. That's what happens when you pay for stuff early.
September 7th, baby.
So sticking with the games,
Silent stuff early. You better put some lube on.
Silent Hill PS5 should be revealed during Sony's event this week. Insider says Resident Evil 8 expected to be revealed somewhere this month.
So what the rumored? Because Sony hasn't even said when they're doing it. The rumor is what, the 12th?
The 10th to the 12th.
Yeah. So
they didn't switch to July. It's still this month.
God, no, they wouldn't push it to July. That would be probably not the smartest thing yet.
Problematic,
June is definitely good. I mean, for multiple reasons. But yeah, I think
Stadia run crisis.
if they do bring it in 12, if Silent Hill does, sweet. I mean, that'd be huge. But of course, everybody, they keep on saying it. Kojima's not part of that, and Kojima even says that. So if he's not, how good is that going to be? I mean, hopefully it'll be good. I don't play horror games, so unfortunately, I'm not going to worry about buying it.
Play with your sister.
It just depends on who they get for it.
Yeah.
Say we can't judge a horror game by who's
but there's no way they're doing it because they got their Elden Ring going on.
I mean, look, if you want to talk horror games, Wilmy, Leo, I know they play a shit ton of horror games. Wilmy plays so many horror games. I'm actually shocked that company sent him a game to try, because it's like, he plays a lot. It better be really good.
Dead Space.
And then the developer blocked him after Wilmy said, "I'll pay for it because it's so crappy."
Wait, wasn't
a terrible game is a terrible game.
Wasn't Del Toro on the other Silent Hill?
No, Guillermo del Toro is director for movies.
No, he's going to be in the game though.
He's going to be in the game.
Okay, wait a second.
Really?
He's supposed to be writing the game.
He was writing the other Silent Hill one, the one that everybody wanted to play.
Yeah,
right. He was
the
writing
one with
that,
the
right?
demo.
Yeah,
right.
The demo.
Yeah, PT. That's the one he was doing.
So he's on board for the next one, because I know his thing with Kojima is him and Kojima is really tight.
Yeah, of course. So they got crazy minds,
right?
Dude, they do. I'm sorry.
They don't.
Would he take it as a slight? Because anytime something goes down, and Cog knows if I have an issue with somebody, he brings it to me like, yo, King, question, man. I know, whatever with this guy. And there's a respect type of thing. the same way with me. Like, I know you got an issue with something. We bring it to the realm. We ask the dudes if, this guy's going to be on, if it's an issue or whatever the hell, type
we got a policy with that because we got to make sure everybody's on
right?
board. Yeah.
It's a group. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, if Konami asked him, because they have a real problem with this man. I mean, and you don't treat nobody, like that made millions of dollars for your company and put your company basically on the map. Now, yeah, you had Castlevania and all that stuff, but when you was deep and delve into other people's psyche and scaring the hell out of people, you was talking to this man. And, this man was helping you throughout your whole Konami career. I'm pretty sure that he made engines and did things for these dudes, and to be treated in such a manner, I hear the outcry for him. My question is, like, will Del Toro even take a job or consider a job?
Because of their clothes.
Did your man dirty?
Well, I just Googled it, and the only thing I can find is where he basically said Konami's moronic for canceling his Silent Hill PT back in 2000.
What'd they call it?
Well, there you go.
Did they use the same excuse as everything else? Creative differences?
No, everything that I can find basically says that
he walked away.
That when they canceled it, he basically called them moronic. They're stupid. They should have done it. So basically, he slandered them and said they're dumb.
Yeah, it's burned bridges on the way out.
Yeah. And mind you, I think Kojima and him, like somebody said, are tight. So it's like, well, they tried to.
I think they just need to make a movie. They just need to make a freaking movie. I'll watch them.
I agree.
Like,
I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to do.
If it's anything like that,
dude,
maybe that's what Kojima was doing when they canceled
it. Look at Kojima and his production, even with his latest game, Death Stranding. Like the production of that, like it should have just been a movie, and I guarantee the movie would have been amazing.
I mean, the cutscenes looked good. It was just the delivery thing that was.
It was the whole
game making. He's good at scene creating. So let's take him away from making games and just let him do the cutscenes.
I mean, the cutscenes can set the mood of the game. So it's just like
I literally almost didn't play Metal Gear Solid 5 because of the very first cutscene that lasted 45 minutes before you even get to play the stupid
That's not
game.
a cutscene. That's a movie.
It was freaking ridiculous. I literally was like, I'm not going to play this.
Let's get this correct. Anything longer than 5 minutes is no longer a cutscene. It is now.
I mean, it was like a mini
movie or a TV series.
Something. Okay, I watched the first episode. Where's the second?
And we got two more winners for one is Azador.
Oh shit!
And the other one's Angel Hunter. Yeah, all right.
I knew that body count coming in.
I'm going to kill your name, dude, if I say it. So just DM me on Twitter.
Which one is it? Vladimir Lubtek?
No,
I'm DMing you right now.
Nigararo.
Sounds close.
I'm not even trying to repeat that one. No, King, you're good. Sounded great.
I'll leave that to King.
I wouldn't. I
wasn't
going to try and.
Yep, that sounded pretty damn close.
We'll call it there.
Yeah.
Move on to something else.
Do you have one we can pronounce?
All right, so
Todd.
Silent Hill. Cool. What?
He just yelled out, Todd.
Todd.
Okay, first of all, he's not making Elder Scrolls 6 right now, so.
Todd. He's trying to make. Look, he's trying to make people still play Fallout 76 after that robot emailed him saying, "Please kill me."
I played Fallout 76. I completely agree with the robot.
I've actually known a couple people that have asked me if it's any good, and I'm like, it's so great an AI tried to kill itself.
Yeah, that's bad.
I heard good things about it.
What? Anchorman told you that.
No, I heard I heard they rebounded. I see people in there playing, man.
No, man.
There is a lot of people playing.
Hold on. So, Cognito, I just want to say, if you play it, let me know. Maybe stream it a little bit just so I can cry because I was stupid and bought the private server, and Wilmy was in chat with me going, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It can't be that bad." And Wilmy's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, it's $13. No big deal."
No.
I went 20 minutes in, and I'm like, the cow moved across the screen. I can't. Wilmy's like, "What are you doing?" Dude, it was so bad.
Wait.
So bad.
Wait. All right, so since you're out here buying service, since you out here buying service, I got a bridge in Brooklyn, right? $35.50. I'll put your name at the bottom. We good money.
How much we talking?
Dedication. That's dedication, bro.
Just
35.50.
Just hit my face
35.50. I mean, how big we talking? Like 4 inches, 6 inches?
It's a
I know what 4 inches is, so don't lie to me.
You can drive back and forth over this bridge as much as you like. You can walk over the bridge. You can look over the edge.
Oh, there you go.
For let's be honest, brother. If your wife has seen 4 inches, you stroked twice. Okay.
Okay. First of all, it wasn't me. Anyways,
I had a serious
so it
joke,
was the mailman.
but I believe that for us for later.
Jesus Christ.
the mailman drops off the delivery, and the kids say, "Hi, Dad." I don't get it.
While I was away making another big giant cup of caffeine.
How late are you going to be up, dude?
Oh, dude, I don't sleep
forever.
Are you asking that we
I
got
gotta
to
go
any
to work
topics?
at 12 o'clock, but I love Will and the team, so I said I'm down for this regime. Let's do it. Let's go.
Did we talk about the Samsung deal?
No, I was waiting for you to come back because, okay, everybody in chat, if you want that 8K TV, here's your chance.
I mean, honestly, I said it earlier today. All my TVs in my house are Samsung. Mm-hmm. They're all QLED televisions. I've got the big 85-inch TV on my living room wall. I've got a 65-inch in my bedroom. I'm sitting in front of a 52 that I use for a monitor.
What the hell? 52, you couldn't man up and go 55?
Well, it just fit better on this section of wall. And in my game room, I've got a 55 QLED. The deal that they're running is actually pretty cool. If you really want an 8K television, I have no idea why you would want one at this point.
There's so much content out there right now.
Content overload.
Overload.
I mean, even cable companies, I mean, you're doing good with most cable providers to get 1080.
Mind you, according to cable providers, they provide HD content. If you look up what HD content is through them, it's 720. It is not 1080p.
Yep. That's
and
true.
if they do 1080p, it's 1080pi, which is way worse than 1080p. And if they do push 4K, it's actually 2K. They just call it 4K.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, if you look at it, it's not a bad deal. But the thing that really caught my attention is they give you Game Pass
for 8 months.
Ultimate. Yep.
So that means you can play on it.
We had actually talked about it a few months ago that Game Pass would be on Samsung televisions.
Yeah, because they signed that deal with their phones, so it makes sense. Yep. I mean, at work yesterday, I got a 75-inch crystal UHD that's now sitting next to me because I had to get them out.
But I mean, this whole thing is I mean, I don't know if you'd have to be underneath a rock if you didn't know that Samsung was going to partner again with Microsoft after Microsoft going to Korea. How many times?
Well, it only makes sense. Like,
so wait a second.
And they've had multiple other things where, with you buy the QLED, you get the Xbox X for free. I mean, there's a lot of that from Best Buy, from Samsung's website.
Leads like the TV sales in 30% of the market, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you list Vizio, TCL, Samsung, Sony. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing some. RCA, if they still make it. LG. I mean, 30%, that's pretty freaking massive. That's a very large market share that they hold.
You think people will be pissed when they don't see Game Pass on their sweet-ass Sony QLED? No?
God.
I think they'll be mad when they fire up their TCL and go, it's not true 4K.
Wow, my God, we have Rumple Foreskin. What is up, dude? I have not seen this ever.
Your man name is Rumple Foreskin.
That's I like how you put formerly. I like how he has the artist formerly known.
That means he has been circumcised since we saw him last.
The artist formerly known as Rumple Foreskin.
Yes. Wow. Salute. So let us remember.
The first time I heard his screen name was in RDX. And
RDX, yeah. I was like,
dude, I like seriously almost died. My eyes were wide. I was like, Rumple Foreskin.
It's out of control.
The best screen name ever, dude.
Wow. So, Husk, how many are you in, dude?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh,
6.
Damn.
6.
Nah, I got something for you.
I stopped
counting. and mind you, he said he preloaded because he was already. He said he was already feeling it. So I'm guessing he's got to be at least 7 or 8 in. So.
at least.
Mind you, everybody in chat, Husk can't count past 3, so it doesn't matter how many we tell him he drank.
Exactly. Don't ask me how many I've
had. Get him with that habanero tequila. Boy. Boy.
Burns on both ways.
To kill you.
Right there.
But actually, if you look at the pricing structure they've got for these televisions, it's not terrible.
Okay, so I looked one up. The biggest
like
TV they
it's
make
not
that
terrible.
is in stock, which is an 85-inch 8K TV,
I can't do that.
120 frames per second, $250 a month.
No,
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
bad.
What's the
when you're
total
talking-
price?
$12,000.
Yeah,
Okay. It's $2,000 more than my television. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it's gonna do, right? It's gonna sit right there. The content show up. Because my stupid behind brought that 4K television at $10,000 and ain't had a damn thing to watch on it.
So
Not gonna give me twice.
I did the dumb mistake of buying a 4K TV first gen. I'm like, man, we got a 4K TV. This is awesome. And then they went to HDCP 2.0. If you don't know what that is, that means you can't stream 4K content.
Content on it.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a pirate rigged off of Amazon to trick it into it, and it still wasn't true 4K.
And see, the bad part, you got to be careful with any television, especially I've noticed this with Samsungs. There's so many different codes, so many different model numbers.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to be really careful and know what the hell you're reading when you go to buy one.
Facts.
Yep.
I mean, that's all there is to it.
If you want a good one, buy the expensive one.
If you think about it,
Not
just wait,
always.
hey, if you think about it, just wait for the Samsung one that's going to be paired up with the Series X, and you'll know which Samsung to buy.
Look, I just asked Wilmy how much the wall cost, and he told me he's moved the wall around his house. And if you don't know what the wall is, it's 240-inch of 4 TVs, and it's just like, who the hell? Wilmy's like, it's in my room. Yeah.
Salute, Wilmy.
He's like, we could put them together. We have a LAN party. I take them apart. We're good.
I work very hard.
I don't have bread like that, but what my view is of the next joint, I want a 120-inch screen.
Holy
and no, it's a whatchamacallit. It's a projector.
Oh,
okay.
That
that crystal LED projector.
Yes.
But it is whatchamacallit. It doesn't have to be up. It can be right in front of the television. It's a up close projector. I'll hit you guys with it.
It's a short throw.
Yeah. And it's just right there, and they got this special screen that works with it. It's a motorized. It looks incredible to me. So I said that'd be in my little game room. You know,
hey,
I got a 120-inch downstairs projector that I got it from a doctor. We can have all the lights on it because you have to measure your height and all that crap, and you put it on there, it bounces everything off, and you can see it just fine. And of course, my wife does not let me play games on it.
And Luke, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thanks for brightening the day with laughs and games, dude. That's what we do best.
That's roast.
That is all we are about because we don't know anything really.
Yeah, we don't do the fanboy thing.
Yeah,
we play them boxes that have them games in it. That's what
There's games. I just touch it. It make me happy.
We're here for the jokes and not all that other stuff.
Hey, look, I just discovered that I thought as a bad kid. I discovered King was a much worse child.
Yes. Oh boy, you just heard
the small part.
Actually, no, you just heard the stuff I got caught about.
Look. For a mom to use a rolling pin, there already had to be enough gunpowder built up to be like, well, the belt didn't work, the 2x4 didn't work, the 4x4 didn't work. Let's try the rolling pin.
Listen.
And what's after the rolling pin is the whole tree.
It was
pretty much
what made the curfew. Okay, so I got off light when I got a curfew. So for me to look at the curfew and go, you know what the craziest thing about it? The reason why I blew curfew.
You saw black and white for 2 weeks.
I'm still looking for color now.
Clearly, implies that.
Yo,
I bought an 8K TV. It's only in black and white.
Listen, I was with this girl, and I thought I was gonna get buns. Yeah. So I'm looking at my watch, and it's like 7:50.
She ain't getting to you.
So listen,
No buns.
I got a good 10 minutes. So we already been kissing for half an hour.
And 2 minutes is good, you know.
Man, I got so pissed off. It's 7:15 and we're still kissing. I'm like, man, what's up?
You sound like Saab right now. You gotta get that.
You know what we here for? We here for the
You know we here for all.
We here for buns.
And
how'd that go?
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
And
He still got his ass whooped.
I think I hated her for a long period of time.
Yeah, I
because
bet.
if you could say this, right? You could say, "I'm gonna get my
It was
butt
worth
whipped."
it.
I
It
didn't
was
know
worth
it was
it.
gonna be a rolling pin.
Right.
If I knew that, then I would have left at 7 o'clock.
That was a flag worth dying for.
Hindsight's 2020, bro.
You know the
This
guy
man's
say,
about to die on this flag.
if you gonna get it,
You
it's
gotta
worth it,
get
man. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
I'm gonna take this to the grave. I'm good with
But
this.
you didn't get none.
That
He
is-
got no buns.
Nothing. I went home blue and got beat black and blue.
Oh, yes. Well,
All you needed back there was the boob and
man.
Snickers.
Well, I found out the hard way.
Yeah.
Some things that look like a sure thing ain't a sure thing. Leave when the getting's good.
Yeah.
Leave when you know your mama gonna whoop your ass.
Leave while you still got your knees, right?
I tell my son, I said, listen, if stuff doesn't happen before the time, leave, brother. Just leave.
Just leave. Get it
Unless
on
you-
another night.
Unless something's in and you're already going.
Listen,
Pull out and go.
if it was that, and I'd just keep running past that red light and keep going. But it wasn't that situation. I went home, like I said, blue and got beat black and blue. Nah, that's how the fraud light came about. This is I was able to see for a while.
That's too much.
Little Tweety birds.
Oh man.
Every time your mom went to cook, you're like, I'm sorry.
It wasn't there no more.
I'm
I
just.
used it up. From then on, I had to knead the bread, but my own hands. Like, I was a official bread kneader.
The bread needed. I'm done.
I busted the only rolling pin, so I guess I'm the new rolling pin.
Oh, damn.
But
Oh,
speaking of major disappointments,
Mhm.
let's just roll with it. The Sega announcement.
God.
Okay, all I can say is that was some serious disappointment in size about my wedding night, and pretty much, yeah, I was like,
Arcade with fog machines, or are we talking the old micro?
All of it. All of it.
All of it.
You said
All
arcade
of
with
it,
fog
yeah.
machines.
Dude, all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fog cloud.
Yeah,
the
the fog cloud.
arcades, man.
What?
Oh, you ain't
The arcade machines.
You thought it ended at the Game Gear?
Oh, yeah. The
We
arcade
have
machines are
more.
going to run the cloud.
They're gonna run the cloud arcade.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't here? Tell them.
You didn't hear that?
Oh,
No,
no,
I
y'all
put
gotta-
that
y'all
shit-
gotta like me.
Okay, look. All I
In
saw
the
was
chat
Sega
on Twitter.
had little itty bitty.
Right.
That's
look
it.
like-
That's
Just
That was
say
that was staged. That was phase
Hours
one.
and hours
And think about it. What's worse about the phase one is you got to think this is Sega, right? Which is a what kind of company?
Sega.
a
Japanese
failed-
company,
a
right?
failed Software
Mhm.
company.
So their hand, the hand that they're showing, is, you got to think that thing is really small. The thumb, you look at the
Mhm.
thumb. The thumb is bigger than the screen. Like that's not. Come on, that's a key.
Dude, your middle finger's bigger than my face.
Okay,
Show
look.
Well,
Look, if King had your middle finger when he stuck his finger down his throat, it'd kill him. He'd be dead. He'd have pierced his heart. He'd be like, "It's deleting! Oh God, it's deleting!"
Dude,
Oh,
have you shown them?
but
What your
basically,
finger can do?
okay,
You'll be
basically
doing
they
the,
can-
Alpha
I mean, come on,
protocol.
show him the fingers. They even rotate. Come on, don't be shy. I mean, look at them goddamn.
What are you doing? I see you as a very popular dude. in high
He didn't have to be out past curfew. Kid.
I mean,
school. Wow.
thank you. King's instant response was, "Whoa, that ain't right."
He was across the room, like, smell my finger.
I can't with y'all.
There's a gift floating around.
Look, this was in your mama from 5 doors down.
Like
This is normal fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Your man said, what the hell is that?
It's all the same.
You know what's
Your hands
bad?
are huge, man.
You know what's bad is they're like, if his fingers are big, no.
No.
That's why I
you don't
have
even
these.
got to get to second base. He already bust off.
Get your finger out of my uterus. Get your finger out of my uterus.
Oh my god. I don't know how.
What's going
Okay.
on, E.T.? I'm just waiting for it to light up.
E.T. phone home.
I can't with y'all. I cannot with y'all.
That right there, that's a deadly trick.
I mean, the first time he did it, we were like,
I can see him sitting at the bar.
Dude, I pushed a lot when he did it. It's like, what the fuck just happened? What is that?
You
got a green screen? What the fuck you doing?
Hey, Bomber, if your wife ever leaves you, just go on Tinder and just do this.
Yeah, all you gotta do is show your finger up, man.
Oh god.
You'll get so many women be like,
Yo,
wow.
Just put a ruler next to your middle finger.
Just put a Coke can and be like, you're welcome.
Surprise. Surprise.
Oh my god.
Ron Gray, I don't know why you keep asking for mods, dude, but what you need, man, we're right here. We got plenty of mods in the chat.
Wow.
I am willing to help you, Raw.
Yeah.
And nobody on this panel is a registered therapist, so just go ahead and let's get that out of the way.
It's fucking hot as fuck.
First of all, I have been to therapy and they kicked me out.
If we are your source for life advice, you are fucked at this point, so I'm sorry.
Oh, you think that I was supposed to be helping him with life?
Hey, Wilmy.
Wilmy. And fingers that do that.
Go to YouTube real quick, and we don't see the same thing on Streamlabs because Leo's been deleting stuff from Raw Grave.
Yeah. Get your mess.
Oh.
I don't even know what he's saying, but I'm telling you this. If you tuned in to listen to me tell you something about how to get life together, you, sir, are in trouble. So what I suggest you do is don't listen to me and you'll be better off. There you go.
Right?
And you definitely don't want our opinion either.
Oh,
yeah, here's a great life lesson.
Bomber's beard.
Pull out.
Shea butter. Shea butter. If you take anything away from me, make sure you put shea butter on the back of your knees.
Yeah, if you learn anything from this podcast, pull out, guard your knees, don't get near
and shea butter.
Don't get near a guy with incredibly long, freakish fingers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, if you go to get in the cab and the guy says, come. If he can touch the ceiling 5 feet away, do not get in that cab.
Say, excuse me, sir, do you know where the bus is? That away.
Over there.
Man, okay, wait.
Okay, first of all,
most of us are
my middle finger.
Most of us are near that age to where you go to the doctor's office and then puts lube on. Could you imagine a Bomber was? He's like, I'm gonna check that.
No.
No, that Bomber, that's
jump
what
off
you
the
do.
table and
Hold on.
We want to get your prostate checked, and he's like, "All right, it's time." You'd be like, "No, motherfucker, it's time."
No,
hold on.
You won't be my proctologist. That's not happening, sir. You, sir, are fired.
He's like, I'm gonna check your prostate and your teeth.
He said, "Well, I think you got a sore in your gums."
Hold on, I'm gonna massage it out.
You got a cavity. You get the hell away from me.
Oh no.
I'm leaving with my virginity intact, sir.
Don't worry, this will only hurt for a little bit. Just bite the pillow.
We are not.
No, doctor, I can already tell you what I had for breakfast. I don't need you to tell me.
You had some bacon, some eggs. Oh, you didn't eat the eggs all the way. Let me mush that down for you.
We will not be busting it open for the gram. That's not happening.
So, Leo, what did our good friend need, man?
Yeah, because all I did is I went to YouTube and I see delete. I'm like, oh, okay.
He just kept on repeating some fucked up English about wanting to be a modder. And it's just like, what the fuck? Stop.
First of all, we only let fucked up people be modders.
Yeah, you have to be certified to be fucked up to be a modder at all.
And Wilmy and Fork have to certify you.
It's time out. See if he learns his lesson. If not, then I'll boot his ass.
There you go.
Go, Leo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is he still in chat?
I don't see him.
He left to become a modder in another place. He said, "I'm taking my modern talents to South.
I know a particular podcast that comes on Thursday nights that would probably be glad to have you.
Oh
man. Listen, he the LeBron James of modern. Taking his talents to South.
Taking talents elsewhere.
And Bomber, you're the most sought after gynecologist in the world, by the way.
Right now, he just got 2 DMs. He just didn't know it. What the hell?
Well, Well, I mean, he's like, let me check my phone. It's in the other room.
It's self-deleted. It was
Self-delete.
if it's out of proximity, he already got that on instant delete.
Oh shit!
5 feet away from the body.
I can't.
Still sounds better
now.
than check me out.
Turning
Here's my
red.
George Tanky. Oh damn!
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, Captain. I got this.
Damn.
Justin Forsey, respect my authority.
It is.
Respect my authority.
The Daz.
Take my phone. I'm going home. Graphic God, sorry guys, I had to leave several times for pissing my pants.
Listen, anytime I'm on the podcast, I wear Depends.
You mean wait?
Get up to go to the
wait,
bathroom.
you're not supposed to wear those all day?
Oh man, you're supposed to change those.
Oh no! It said 24 hours and it said it can hold 200 pounds.
I'm done.
Well, I mean, when you're like 240, brother, I mean, you're already holding 200 pounds.
Hey, this diaper's gonna hold what I give it. Damn it!
Oh Jesus!
It's gonna take it and it's gonna like it.
You shut your mouth and you take it.
Okay. First of all, how low in your like commercial or even advertising career do you have to be that you have to be the like poster person for the Depends? You're the man that has to wear the Depends. Like I'm not putting that down for anybody that had to wear it.
It's because it comes down to,
dude.
well, honey, we can eat tonight,
Like, what? But no,
or I can go to the Depends commercial.
Listen, if they hit me up right now, I'll definitely do the commercial. What the hell wrong with
like,
you?
what's up?
That's the high point for me. That's my jumping in the water part.
Okay, King, what we want you to do is we have these nude-looking Depends. We want you to wear them.
That's right. Which ones? All right, let's go. Please, man.
How much is that check?
Listen, I'm saying send it back, and I'm saying listen, talk to each and every member of ILP because we will wear Depends holding hands
You can't throw
together.
me in there.
See,
that bag big enough. We all
That bag big
wear
enough.
Depends.
see,
Lord Depend.
you have to understand,
Depend on me.
Cockney, he's like, look, you've been with me this long in life. We're just going to see how far this goes.
We're gonna ride this one out.
Ride or die, right?
I'm gonna look straight in the camera. I'm gonna lift my shades up and say, "Depend on me."
No. When you do that, you gotta do that and be like, you can depend on me.
No eyes behind those.
Literally riding this to the
And then you gotta have Cog in the background say, "Yo, good catch."
Well, actually, as we speak, I just got a message from Massive Gill Incorporated. Bomber, they want to talk to you, man.
So, thanks for the super chat, Vogels Grieg. I've been looking forward to the show for a week, and it hasn't disappointed. I needed this. I look forward to every one Wednesday. Thanks. Thanks for coming out, man.
What's up, brother?
Thank you, everybody.
I had to give you the best of me because I was saving this for Thursday and show. Sony did what I knew they was gonna do. So until they show up, I'm gonna show out.
There you go.
There you go.
And I know you will.
I just want to figure out a way to where I can talk to my wife to have a hot pocket heater in my room. Figured it out. I'm good.
You seriously eat that shit though? Ugh.
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
That's an instant heart attack.
Damn right.
There was a guy that came into the ER years ago, and he was like 400 something, and his steady diet was a box, not one, a box of Hot Pockets every day. And I'm like, isn't there like 12 of them motherfuckers in there? Like,
Well, if you get them from BJ's,
it's like, you're not supposed to eat those even one, right?
you got the Costco special. You crazy?
Costco. Yeah, you buy
He's eating that with chips and soda.
He's like me. He eats a lot of
Diet
seafood
Coke,
and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know I eat my weight in
Diet,
seafood.
so it's good for me.
Oh yeah, I'm right with you. You see me, right? I'm a pescatarian. So I don't eat
I
meat.
eat. Yeah, and the good thing I'm on the coast, so that makes it getting
You
getting
good?
seafood
Yeah, you good?
easier.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
The only coast I'm on is when I'm driving. That's about it. But I'll be there soon. Trying to get the hell
you know
out
what?
of New York. Escape from New York.
You know what? If you need to be close to the coast, just ask Balmer to lift his finger for you. He can bring it to you.
Yeah, shit.
Get my
Wait
mans
a second.
today.
Wait a second.
And thank you, SJ.
You might want to check your heart monitor. It looked like you were choking there for a second.
We always try to make you laugh, man. I say it all the time, dude. You know, you can go to other podcasts and get your serious stats and all that good stuff and listen to the arguments. We don't do that here.
That's a fact.
I like to consider this a men's locker room. We could joke around and have fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
And every once in a while, Fork may come up and slap your ass, but
And first of all, I'm just making sure you don't have prostate cancer.
No.
Hey, come on.
No.
Would you rather have my finger or E.T.?
Listen, E.T. and you will stay away from me.
Right.
King wants to drink first.
Don't worry, I'll slip into your DMs later.
Me and my doctor got a bond, and I don't cheat.
That's right. You don't cheat on your proctologist.
See, what you don't realize is I'm just going to slip in your DMs very slowly and lower your fences down.
Could you imagine upsetting your proctologist?
Oh, dude.
Doctor, what is that? Well, it's a new system I found. It's called Coca-Cola.
He said, "Oh, wait a second. Don't you normally use the jelly?" Not today, brother.
All you hear is, all you hear is, and then,
Damn.
Hashtag spit on it.
Fort told me the last time he went to the proctologist, he asked the proctologist where to put his pants, and the doctor told him to put him right beside his, and Fort said he got a little worried at that point.
He said, "Put him right beside mine." Yo.
I felt two hands on my shoulders. I'm like, is there an assistant? Something's wrong, doctor. Is there a resident watching today? I'm a little confused.
He said, "Bite down on this."
A couple years later, the doctor told him, "I'm your fucking dinner, Fort."
You see that pillow? Go ahead and bite down on it. Going in dry.
He gave you a gag ball. Bite down on
That is left right now. Oh.
You got an eye watch? Go ahead and bite down on that baby.
Looking like the Incredible Hulk.
Matt Burns, I'm trying to drink a beer here. You are making it that difficult without wearing it. Well, you're welcome. We try to help.
And on
that note, please remember, buy your Depends. Make sure you bring lube that way in case the proctologist runs out. And don't forget,
have high hopes on
this wonderful podcast is brought to you by We Have No Fucking Clue.
And if you see a gag ball in your proctologist's office,
it's not a good idea to say that.
Look. If you see the gag ball, it's already too fucking late.
Oh, that's like a shark too, right?
Yeah, it's like, nope, you might as well just bite down on it. It's happening. It's like when Wilmy goes swimming in the ocean. You see it. You see the shark fin.
He said, "What is he watching? The Avengers in there?"
Oh my god,
Doctor.
Joey's being old, man.
Oh my god, my head is hurting.
Fuck you,
Wilmy.
Like I am red. Like
Quetzal, what's up, man?
I'm eating beer salt,
hazard game in it. Come on, it only gets better from here.
What's going on?
Say you're eating husk.
Now I'm eating beer salt because I almost puked. I laughed too fucking hard.
Hey, which comment? The ET fingers or the proctologist?
Do you need something salty in your diet, husk? Is that what it is?
Well, Bomber's not donating anymore, so.
I don't donate.
You need some salt in your diet.
Bomber, you keep your fingers to yourself, you freak. I love your beer.
That's how you got that name.
Look, by the way, after the podcast, I will put the GIF back up of Bomber's fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bomber has his finger has its own gift.
Okay.
That's how
My
fucking
man, like,
impressive
Takes that glove off and it explodes.
Not with all fingers on its way.
it just takes them out.
Your wife is a happy woman. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna tell you to Google the
Or
human
disappointed.
bomb. He's from DC, and you will get that joke.
Savagery.
It's hilarious.
Oh.
And in the wise words of John Cleese, and now for something completely different.
Bomber, do
Oh,
you
shit.
mix scramby eggs with them things? You don't need no mixer, dude. You just fucking. I'm sorry.
You know what?
It's
the biggest jokes and it's the greatest compliment.
Right? I know, right?
Listen, because if I had your fingers.
Some guys joke they can lick their own eyebrows. Bomber sits across the bar and picks the other guy's nose across the bar.
Look, Bomber sits at the bar and goes, "Baby, I'll make you happy."
He said,
"Oh my God!"
He said, "You got something on your face.
You got something on there."
2 blocks away.
Dude, I'm gonna make a skit. The Bomber's gonna be talking to somebody. He's gonna touch their face. You'll never see his arm or hand move. Just his finger come up onto their face.
Jesus.
Dude, what the like?
He gonna be in first class. He gonna reach back off in economy.
Like, just out of curiosity, do you have spatulas at your house, or you just use them fucking things?
I just use these.
Said, hey, you got something on your forehead. It's bothering me from up here.
Oh, there he goes. Of course he did.
Oh man.
The seat to be the gift doesn't make it.
Yeah, I just posted the GIF.
Bomber, you're my hero, bro.
Bob is the man.
Love you.
I can be your hero,
I've
baby.
never had finger envy.
I can be
So you met Bomber, right?
I don't think
Boy.
Sigmund Freud actually addressed that, did he? He talked about penis envy. He didn't say about finger envy.
Oh, man.
Hey,
No.
King, you said you're what, 6 foot?
Yeah, 6'4".
So you're 6'4". Bomber's like what, 5'9", Bomber? 5'10"?
Jesus,
on a good
crackers
day.
with cheese. What the hell? What are you, some type of mutant?
I mean, King is a 6'4" guy with normal sized hands, and Bomber's like, I'm 5'9". Fuck you.
Fuck you, my finger's as big as your leg.
Jesus, crackers with cheese. Did you?
His finger has no knees.
Hey, my dad had to bless me somewhere. And I unfortunately came to these.
He's some type of Norseman. I
Well,
can see why
Bomber-
you're looking forward to Valhalla.
He's a Viking. That makes
That's,
sense.
like, that's legendary.
Nailed it.
Bomber, the great thing is, dude, erectile dysfunction will never be a problem for you.
No,
Right out.
Yeah, she'll be like,
He just tricked the fuck out of me.
He said, hold on 1 second. I got to pop it right out. Shot that right on up.
my God.
I can't with y'all, man. I don't even want to go to work now.
Baby, I got this.
sweetie, can you hold the baby? Yeah, let me hold him with my 2 fingers.
It goes down, you gotta check the oil in your car though. If you don't have a little dipstick, you break it off or whatever. You do good, you stick it right down in there.
Just get ball with it. Oh, man.
I can't do it. Don't kill him.
The finger.
Guys out here.
I'm gonna start calling it the Bomber.
Yeah, the bomber.
It's you want the Bomber or the Shocker? Well,
That is shocking.
Oh, wait.
which one you want to go with?
I just realized
That's when his wristwatch go off. If his smartwatch go off while he playing games.
Hey, yeah. So how do you play? Your fingers are big enough. Do they like interlace under the controller?
I mean, I do have to watch
No,
out.
he
I do.
presses his A button with his left hand.
Wraps all the way around. Like,
He's got his analog stick with his other.
He doesn't use controllers. He plays with joysticks, man.
You were the guy that AT&T had in mind when they said reach out and touch some more.
Oh, he was doing it.
Hey, I did work for you.
Doing this damn fingers for 30 minutes.
Listen. Anything I say is complimentary. I'm telling you right now, man. If I could trade hands with you right now, your hands would be black.
And he wouldn't be down.
see, no. See, the only problem with that is his wife would be like, "Really, black hands? Ooh."
No, she'd be like,
she'd
get
be
them other
excited,
hands back.
I married you for those.
You done lost 4 inches on your hands. Get those other
Where's
fingers
that
back.
white guy with those crazy middle fingers?
I don't want this whack fingers.
Oh man. I didn't even realize what time it is, man. We've got to get everybody out of here. It's almost 10:30.
Bomber, you're going to be famous if we have anything to say about
He's
it.
famous already. You don't know it. He's not famous.
Legendary status, man.
Okay, if I started a GoFundMe account to make a porno called Bomber's Fingers. Would you guys donate to it?
Come on now.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
No, I would not.
Legend today. The legend of Bomber today.
The legend of Bomber.
It has been done.
Come on. Okay, we could call it E.T. Bangs Home.
Wow.
I think that's already been done though.
I probably has.
I think Drew Barrymore was actually in that one too.
Oh God!
Obama said, "Okay, enough." Before they start digging into my past.
Right.
Enough. Let's go. Let's wrap it up.
So where can they find you, Fork?
He moved his fingers. He said,
Transition quick.
Wrap it up.
Transition quick.
Wrap it up.
King David, where can everybody find you, sir?
All right, you can find me at King David OTW on Twitter, where I'm enraging these ponies. Also, King David OTW on Xbox Live and on PlayStation Network. That's Xbox 360 Lover 01. If you think it's a joke, go figure it out. Go see and add me, then we can play. Pause. And you can catch me at lordsofgaming.net, where KOS is up weekly. And you can catch me on Iron Lords Podcast Sundays at 1 p.m. with the illustrious host, Lord Cognito.
Salute, brother. Salute. You already know. Salute to the Game Beyond the Box, man.
It has been awesome having you on, King. I knew at some point we had to get you on here, man. There's no way.
Yeah, seriously, thanks for coming on.
Lord Cognito.
I mean, he is king.
He is the king. He's the king for a reason.
Look, he's about to get taken away because your fingers are going to take it. So,
He's still got his
behind you, man.
You already know I Lord Cognito on Twitter. You already know I Lord Podcast every Sunday, the Lord's Day. Salute to my bro, Solve and Addict, too, man. Just want to give us some love. Lordsofgaming.net, of course, Gaming Beyond the Box. We had to do it again. We had to get this last. This is therapeutic, right? Like, we love this stuff, man. It's fun. Get your mind off all the nonsense. Have some fun with gamers and go beyond the box. Literally. We went literally beyond the box.
Oh, yeah, we went way.
I mean, we found
way beyond the box today.
Oh, yeah.
We learned a lot about child discipline.
I mean, King tried getting into a box, got into a box.
Fingers. Oh, man, we learned a lot today, man.
rolling pins.
Rolling pins, facts. Yo, but love
I don't make them no more.
Love what y'all doing, man.
I blew up the rolling pin factory.
Next gen rolling pin's gonna be different.
And salute to the chat. That was
Why is this made out of steel? Who are you trying to kill?
Chat been crazy today.
All right, Husk. Tell everybody where they can find you, man, besides in Alcoholics Anonymous.
Got dead.
Yep, there he goes.
What? Bye, Husk.
All right.
Man
down.
Man down.
He's a god.
He sounded like
all right. Oh, there you go.
Are you throwing up over there, buddy?
No, headset died.
Oh.
I got the cord. It's
Well,
cool.
tell everybody where they can find you, Husk.
ACS_Husk on social media and Husk GBR on YouTube. Go check out the creator feature. I'm gonna try and get these two and a few others on soon. Check it out.
You need to get the finger on there.
Yo, yeah, this
I'll be there.
All right, and
finger
I'm
feature,
switching
dude.
you out. We're going to throw Leo back in. All right. Bomber, tell everybody where they can find you.
Of course, you can find me on the Twitter at HRBomber1414. Of course, you can find me on Xbox or PlayStation, even though I don't play PlayStation Online, at HRBomber. And, of course, here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Gaming Beyond the Box. I will say I did start streaming last night, but I don't have any kind of schedule, so it's just going to be random for right now. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody that did come out. But no, absolutely 100%. Thank you, King. Thank you, Cognito. Like, absolutely. Thank y'all for being here. Of course, appreciate the chat as well, because it's been freaking incredible tonight. So, but thank y'all.
I've had a hard time keeping up with everybody. And by the way, Silverburst Gamer, your mama's a hoe.
Damn.
All right. Fort, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
You really have to do that before I go to talk, really?
Set you up.
You can find me at forkboy_gaming on Twitter, on Twitch, on Xbox, on PlayStation that sits right here, Glittering Dust, and on Steam.
Sound like King.
There it goes.
I mean, I have it. I just don't know why I have it.
You have it until next week, or a week or two, whenever they decide to drop The Last of Us.
He don't play single player games.
Man, it better be on the night.
If I can't play with other people, it ain't no fun.
Oh, so then throw that in the bushes. It comes with a no person clause. It's just one person.
Yeah, I know. I've had multiple people ask me to send it to them, and I'm like,
oh, wait a minute.
No.
That makes sense. That's why Silverburst Gamer is such a huge PlayStation fanboy. Nobody likes him. That explains.
I can see why you got 200,000 blocks. I can see it. That dude, he's making a new account daily to go at you.
Oh, that's good, man. See, when you reach that certain age, you just don't give a fuck anymore. You know?
Failed Pyromancer. Thanks. Yeah, every week we're like this. I kid you not. You can watch the other podcasts.
Absolutely.
Actually,
That's my guy right there.
This was toned down a lot compared to some shows.
Well, I mean, I think we got the 3 topics today.
Yeah, and I had like 8 or 9, so it's all good.
And would even finish the Sega one.
I mean, if we didn't talk about King's beatings, Bomber's fingers.
That went on for an hour.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, and don't forget, in about 10 more years, you can get a good discount on the Depends store from the Iron Lord.
Listen, I'm going to send them a box for free.
Senior discount.
We are now sponsored by Depends. Enter Iron Lord's podcast, you're 10% off.
10% off, baby.
You can depend
Well,
on
if they're going to do Depends, we're going to have to find us a sponsor too, man, because we get up there too. We're the same age, so I can't.
Oh,
Viagra.
Listen, no. Blue Chew.
Get the blue pill.
Blue Chew.
Oh, there you go.
The hell's Blue Chew?
Okay.
You gotta get those gummies.
That like
Pop a
Viagra?
gummy. They think you think you chewing gummies. You working. And that's when you pull out the gag ball.
And on that note,
So actually,
Okay, I just want to ask, is that why she didn't put out that night? Is because you pulled the gag ball out too fast?
Nope. What it was
You didn't have fingers like Bob.
You were like, I need you to put this on. What's that? Don't worry. I'll go and dry.
What it was I said, close your eyes. We're gonna play some games.
Oh, God. Close your eyes. Open your hand. I'm going to give you a big surprise. Bomber, give me your finger.
You said that doesn't taste like a popsicle. That doesn't taste like a popsicle.
You're not putting that thing in me. I don't know what it is.
oh my god,
It's bending. It's bending.
Oh, my God. There's more of them on there.
oh my gosh, y'all.
This is the best.
Hey, just remember, the one thing that Bomber can do is he can go, not so big, bigger, biggest. Oh, yeah, baby.
To Bang Bang.
Welcome to Gangbangville.
To Bomber.
Leo, tell them about where they can find you, man.
You can find me Leonidas1084 everywhere. Thanks, King and Cog, for coming out.
Salute,
Everyone
bro.
have a good night.
You already know.
And where can they find you?
In the bushes about now.
In the bushes.
Graphic God, my idea of foreplay is brace yourself.
Brace yourself.
And of course, you can find me here every Wednesday night. You can find me on every gaming system, wherever. Just type in Wilmy Hood. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram,
And almost every other
Twitter.
podcast.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter unless I have you blocked. If I have you blocked, I'm not going to apologize. There's probably a fucking reason.
If he has you blocked, just make a new account and then follow him again so he can add up his numbers.
If you're blocked, don't worry, you're not alone.
Don't worry, there's 29,100 other people you can join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And all hate mail must be sent to Forkboy Gaming.
I filter it.
Twitter.com.
Yeah, send it to me. I don't mind.
Said I'll filter it.
Hey, look,
Oh,
since
man.
I've known Wilmy,
Okay.
I've gotten 3 DMs of Wilmy blocked me, and I'm like, sounds like a personal problem.
That's all you got? Holy shit.
Why would they send it to you? That's stupid.
Well, mind you, I don't. They can't send it to him, so.
And
telling
what
you, I don't
Infinite says,
When did you
King should
become Roman
start the night
secretary,
off playing hide and go get it.
Hide and go get it.
Damn.
Hide.
Oh, man. And
We're gonna play hide the sausage, baby.
Who's to say I haven't been playing that already?
And in your case, let's
That's where your phone went.
Look, mine is. Hey, sweetie. You know what me and Venus Sausage have?
You wish it was that much.
They start out cold and end cold, baby. Prepare yourself.
Anyway,
Bomber's like footlongs.
Anyway, I want to thank the Lord for coming on with us, man.
Salute,
It's been
bro.
awesome.
Salute, bro.
Because, like I said, you guys were the first podcast I actually watched. And if you don't see me in the chat on Sundays, I'm usually trying to listen to you guys in the background while I'm doing something else. And you guys are actually a huge inspiration for this very podcast. Wow. So it was awesome having both you guys on here. Wow. And hopefully my merchandise will come in before.
We got you, man. Don't worry. We got you. We got you. Yeah. We about to put another order in. Special order.
I get you before the store got you.
We got you, man. We got you. Sure.
Because I can pull it up now. It's like, well, your items are still sitting in the warehouse. What the fuck?
Yo,
why?
Do you see this hat? This hat took me a month.
It took us, a month. We were like, yo, when are they coming? We just made the beanies. We're like, what's going on?
And so that's my merchandise.
Do you guys make gloves?
For who? You?
For who?
No, well, for me,
Bomber?
yes, but for Bomber,
that's another level.
You gotta get you especially made. Sorry,
these are regular hands, man.
No, they are not regular hands.
That's exclusive.
Hold on. Everybody hold up one hand, okay? See, my fingers match my palm, so does Willie. So your fucking fingers don't match your hand.
Stop.
God said, okay, we have a hand, and we have Yao Ming. Come here.
Yo, like if you was a mutant, your mutant power would be slappo.
With a 5 finger slate.
Motherfucker, you muted me, you son of a bitch.
And we doing that Dave Chappelle. 1 to 5 fingers. Say to the face.
Oh no, man! I will never slap box with you, sir. Never, sir.
I'm gonna put a hurry.
He will knock you into the next century, bro. That rolling pin will have nothing on those fingers.
He'll fake like he's gonna hit you, leave his hand up there and go.
It's just that part.
Knock all the teeth out your mouth. Yo, wrap around the back of your head, come around the front, and hit you in the eye. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm gonna take that.
Can you imagine being his kids, man? Because you know how mamas can throw like a flip flop and hit you for like 2 miles down the road. Bomber's kids could be in the room. He can walk down the hallway and smack their ass.
Okay,
he's not in charge of discipline.
We have a pretty aged podcast here. Am I the only person who grew up calling your grandma's sandals thongs, and then people look at you weird? You're like, no, it's a sandal that she beat you with.
You said grandma thong. Yeah. All right, we out of here.
Fuck your rolling pin. My grandma pulled her thong off and beat me.
You said, what? Your grandma beating you with a thong. What?
Yeah,
I can't stand anybody that calls any kind of flip flop a thong because it's not. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, in the 80s, it was a thong, okay? I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out again. You guys have been awesome. On that note, we have got to end this show. Mark is getting ready to show the many reasons why a 12-step program didn't have enough steps for his crazy ass. All right, everybody, and next week we will have PlayStation Bra on the show.
Oh, that's my guy.
That's my guy.
So everybody have a great week, and we will see you next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's why I hit the fucking button. Serious? Let's do it.